Hello, everybody! Welcome to the stream. Welcome to Die Roll Embers of the Vale. I'm your Dungeon Master, Jaken, and I'm joined by all these cool people. And I'm just correcting all the audio. How's everybody doing?
I have cakes. I'm pretty good.
Quite all right.
We're
Okay.
getting down to the wire, so doing okay.
Yeah, okay. I feel ya. Well, hopefully we'll put all our woes behind and play some fucking D&D, but it's not D&D.
Yeah.
I mean, it might as well be
fucked
D&D.
it up.
It's kind of D&D.
It's D&D adjacent.
It's D&D-ish.
It's a tabletop role-playing game with
Man.
D&D vibes.
I tried to click on my Foundry in my, my taskbar, and I literally clicked on 3 wrong icons. That's impressive.
I kept doing that at work on Friday. It clicks like that. Nope, not that one either. It's not what I wanted.
Hey Iggy, welcome to the stream. Alright, so this is session 3. We just finished our first adventure. New guy, why don't you tell me about it? I'm mad at you because I've been gaming with you all week, and therefore I'm mad at you. So tell me all about the last adventure, our first adventure. Start to finish. Go.
Well, start to finish. I mean, from what I remember from memory, is we came back. We finally arrived here after a couple of hurdles to go over, but thanks to some traps of our trap master, we managed to defeat the hardest encounter with literally nothing to do. They just hit all the traps, and they were like, "Nope, fuck this, I'm out," and left. Then we arrived here, and oh, my camera decided to be blurry. Hold on. Okay, I think it's fixed now. Perfect. Also, there's a delay. I might restart my Discord very briefly to fix the video delay. But anyway, so yeah, we arrived in here. We decided to rest for a little bit. We said goodbyes to the caravan that we escorted. Kaganis decided to follow. I don't remember his name, but the leader, Jahan, I think, the leader of the caravan, to learn how to farm. So we're pretty much on our own. And that's when, as we were trying to figure out where we're going to go next, that we ended up in, I'm going to have to open the map, in Kelvod. And we got a job to go up to Sykuskan, I think, to escort not a caravan, I would say, but a ferry or merchandise anyway, against kobolds, I believe, back to the south.
Yeah, to the town of Rifflin. As a matter of fact, I can add Rifflin all players observer. That should work. If you guys click on your journal notes, it should be present.
Yep, and we can see it on the map. A very quick reset for my.
You can only see that, right? Okay.
I only see Rifflin. It doesn't say anything.
There's a lot on there. Okay. All right. Well, he's restarting that. I'm now Micah. And my oh no. Okay. So there is going to be a small retcon. Last week, I said that you guys were leaving the next morning. You are not leaving for another week. Stefan has work to do elsewhere, so he's going to leave you to it. And Kalanos will be in the wharf 1 week from now to pick you guys up. So that means you guys are going to have another week of prep before you get on Kalanos' riverboat. Prep of downtime. So go ahead and spend another 20 silver to maintain your lifestyle. And let me know if you guys have anything you want to do for a week, or do you guys just want to say, cut to the action, damn it?
I just need to consecrate my staff. I would find somewhere private to do that.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. But yes, I do need to consecrate it.
Jaken, not that it matter, but the level 3 on my sheet is still blinking.
Oh yeah, I can fix that.
That's what the kids call it these days. And you said that was 20 silver?
20 silver, yep.
Yep, I'm running short on money myself.
And gold is 10 silver, so.
Yes, it's 10 to 10 to 10.
Good, because
I mean, you can downgrade your lifestyle if you want to. I'm not gonna, but you can.
There we go. Okay, everybody, their level should no longer be glowing.
Perfect.
Okay, so you guys sync issues notwithstanding, we're ready to continue, right? Unless you good?
Well, actually, if it looks like it seems pretty like there's a
Oh, yeah, it looks
1 second delay,
good.
but it's much better.
Much better, yeah.
Yeah, the restart worked.
Cool.
I was playing New World while I booted up Discord, so it's probably what killed it.
Bastard.
I'm at 80 wood cutting now.
Well, you need to get a life, obviously. I gotta get
Okay.
to level 100 mining so that I can mine a bear.
Yes.
Anyway, moving on.
Also, there's wolves that need 100 logging, just FYI. But anyway, moving on. 1 week in this place. So with 1 week in this place, I can use connected my feet, but I don't really have a favor to ask yet. However, I would like to potentially do something. Okay, while I'm thinking about this very briefly, if anybody else has anything else to do in Kelvad for a week, go ahead.
Anybody?
My character probably just be doing what she did back the other place, but people lock themselves out of the house. She'd be like, I can help you in for a small fee.
I was not expecting to
A
have
week of downtime? Yeah, sorry.
But let me double check adventuring gear because it might be worth picking up some stuff. I remember feeling like, oh man, I wish I had more in my inventory last time.
Yep.
I was trying to see if there was like hirelings and day labor thing for what I want to do. It's a common prostitute, not that.
Yeah, that's probably not, you know.
That's not the same. That's not the vibe, really. Actually,
But there probably is a brothel.
I would probably just go with like
saying.
unskilled labor prices. Be like,
We are doing
silver
it-
penny, let me in.
We're doing like an Old West analog, which means there's probably a brothel.
they're there somewhere. Yeah.
They're there
Yeah.
somewhere. You probably
Um,
like eat lunch there.
We have a great buffet.
Yeah, it's like modern day strip clubs. You get steak for cheap.
now I have to go to a strip club. I've never been.
I've never
I've never
actually
been
been
either.
either. That's just what I've heard.
Oh man, y'all need to come out to Vegas
Time.
Food though.
because I'll tell you what, Little Darlings has the best eggs Benedicts you will ever eat.
Oh,
My local
please.
my local film industry, when I used to work in the film industry, there was this guy who was infamous, but by the time I was, in the career, he had already died young. And it used to be whenever they wrapped for lunch, like, okay, we're gonna cut for lunch, and everyone would go get lunch. He would always invite everyone to go to a strip club and do crank.
Oh yeah. For
Don't
lunch.
do crank. Yes, that was his lunch plans, was to go to a strip
Huh.
club and do hard drugs. Yeah.
Right. Don't do crank, but absolutely like support and patronize your local working ladies.
Your local businesses, yeah.
Right. Like by all means.
I'm sure they had it rough these last few months and so
Years.
it's them.
Actually, there's
this is not the
an-
message I expected to have.
There's an entire like subsection of TikTok dedicated to people in the industry now.
Yeah.
And you know what? I'm here for it.
I'm not. I'm here to
No.
play. So, are we ready to move on a week, or do you guys want to do something in town?
I want to know if I made any money from picking locks.
From picking locks. Yeah,
Not for stealing though.
I'm trying to see if like Worlds Without Number has like a plying your trade kind of like.
Well, it does on what page is this? 34
Oh yeah.
for hirelings and day labor. But I was like, there's nothing in there for really like smiths. So I was like, unskilled laborer maybe. She wouldn't charge much. Just like
There's even a skill called work for anything that is not applicable to a skill or to your background.
Right. Okay, so Rose, why don't you give me a connect to see if you get clients?
what skill is that? What
Okay.
attribute?
Charisma.
So question before you roll.
Okay.
This is something that Micah would be very interested in assisting / observing because this is like the real world in action.
Okay.
And he's very cloistered. So, is there any way that he could help?
Tell me what skill you want to roll, and then you can roll it.
What would be the most useless skill to help with here? Stab.
Or trade.
Um,
Stab's the opposite of the direction I'm trying to go. I'm not trying to take their thing.
no, notice. Micah would like to, as he's following around, following Rose around like a puppy dog, see if he can notice anything that would be amiss that her skills would be useful with.
Okay. Roll plus wisdom.
Wisdom, notice, roll it.
Okay,
Hot
you're gonna
damn.
get a +1.
Cool. So just add +1 to this.
Yeah, it'll give you a modifier when you hit the skill.
Oh, I see. Just add +1.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Damn.
10. Okay. It's a week, right? 7 days.
Yeah.
I'd say with a 10, you can probably find work every day. But I don't think picking locks for people who locked their...
She wouldn't charge very much anyways.
Yeah, you'd probably make a silver a day. So
Okay.
gain back 5 silver of what you spent on your 20
Hey.
silver lifestyle.
Cool.
Anybody else?
I do. So with my connect level 1, do you want me to throw it in the chat?
Sure.
Essentially, what I can do is at level 1 is I can build a web of contacts that are willing to do favors for me that are no more than mildly illegal, and I can call on 1 favor per game. I do not want to call on the favor itself yet. However, I would like to use a component of building a web of contacts based on the fact that Varkin had learned that Aetherpost is struggling for supplies and might be looking for potential ways of getting food up to the people that are working there. I think Varkin would have spent the week kind of schmoozing with the various people that come to Kelvad from farms and so on and so forth, and see who would be amicable to eventually work maybe a network of food supply going to either post. Just making a general contact web of people that might be aware of the situation at either post and would be happy to help with whatever little means that they can provide.
Okay. I mean, you don't have to roll anything. You just use your connected. Okay. Yeah. So you spend the week networking and getting some people looking towards the ether post.
Just so I want to make it clear too, my character is also just trying to set up her stuff as like, hey, by the way, I can also unlock trapped things. Like if you happen to find a chest and you're worried it's trapped, let me know. For a small fee, I'll help you open it.
Gotcha. You're dog whistling the criminals that you know how to pick lock. I'm just kidding.
I mean,
Maybe.
listen, it's her job.
And Caddy.
I was just trying to find the ruling on armor with a 0 encumbrance level. Does it still get in the way of spellcasting?
No, it has to have an encumbrance rating.
Okay. In that case, I would like to spend the time to purchase a buff coat.
Okay. It's 50 silver. But everything's marked up out here in the sticks. So armor, light armor like a buff coat probably isn't outrageous.
Because it's just like a leather coat. Yeah.
Well, it's you've seen it. It's the puffy shouldered looking thing with the tight vest. That's a buff coat. It's just layers of cloth. Very good protection in real life, but in games it's always, crap. So I'm gonna say it's probably 60 silver here, unless you want to try to haggle it down.
Nah, that's fine.
Okay.
That's exactly the reaction I have to paying extra. Like, it's fine. And then I get a buff coat.
Nice.
I'd say they're nice to have, but mine's done nothing for me. Died many a time.
All
That's
right,
all I need.
Vegas. Anything you want to do?
We established that there's no library.
No library.
We established
Oh,
that
actually,
there's.
in Kelvad, there isn't a library, but there is a used bookseller.
Hold on, I need to see how much money I have.
I imagine he mostly sells like farming books, though.
Don't care. I have 50 silver. How much can I buy?
A lot.
I would like to buy a lot of books.
Okay, you just tear through and you have a small collection of assorted books.
I'm gonna spend 25 silver on books. And then I'm gonna put it under my treasure. Because I have treasure now. That's it. That's what I want. That's Micah wants to help Rose, wants to buy books and read books and otherwise be left alone.
Okay, well, in the section it talks about not being able to cast spells in armor. It just says armor, but I think a 0 encumbrance armor would be fine, so that's just gonna be my ruling.
I mean, it's ornamental.
I think it's
So-
fine. Yeah, if it's 0 encumbrance, you can wear it and cast spells, because you're not hindered by it, right? So, there you go. Alright, so we're ready to move on?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I'm realizing now that,
Jaken.
no thanks. That I was like, they're not gonna know who these are, they're gonna have to find out about it. But then I named them what they are, and now I gotta go in and change their names real fast. Alright, so after a week, you guys find Kalanos and his ship docked at the port. Including Kalanos, he has 9 rowers. I think 8 rowers, and he is the 9th member of his posse. Great way to start. Good job. Yeah. He does inform you, however, that he doesn't have enough room on his riverboat for horses, so you guys are going to have to find a livery for your horses.
And
We could have done this during the week, so like, don't feel like your characters are rushed.
Micah will have taken the time to have a small conversation with all of the horses as a group. We're going to turn it into like a meeting. We're going to talk through our feelings.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to make sure that they all understand that this is not us abandoning them. This is mommy and daddy have to go on a business trip. But you're all big horsies and mule now. And we're going to leave you with some friends. They're going to take good care of you, and then we'll be back in a couple of weeks, and we're gonna go ahead and get on with our lives. Let's not make it a big deal.
Okay. To put a horse in a livery is 5 silver a week.
We're gonna be gone how long?
You can pay as little as 1 week in advance, and then pay the rest when you get back. But after a month past payment, if you haven't shown up, they'll probably sell your horse. So that gives you 5 weeks to like get back.
I'll pay for 2 weeks.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think I'll pay for 2 weeks too, just in case.
Okay.
Sure, same.
If
A
I
new
pay
guy?
for 2 weeks, I have no more money, but sure.
It's still the same. It's still the same price for a mule.
Yeah. It's a one-size-fits-all animal fee.
Yeah, her name's Daisy.
Got it. Good choice.
Thanks.
So I pay for 2 weeks as well, and then I look at my empty purse and cry.
Okay. Well, with Varkin having an empty purse, you all board Kalanos's riverboat, and you start heading upstream the Lavoga River. And your destination is a spot called Misha's Ferry. Misha's Ferry is right about here. Give or take. Actually, you know what? That may not be completely accurate. Let me get my actual accurate map open. Wouldn't that be nice? Where is my accurate map?
This guy sending us on adventures with an inaccurate map.
Can you believe it? The quality of work these
Oh,
days.
I was on the wrong side of the river. It's gonna be over. It's on the west side of the river. Anyway, so that's your destination, and it should take about a day by river to get there. Whoops, that's the wrong tool. Yeah,
All this land over here to the...
it's all hills.
That's all hills? Okay.
Yeah.
So I can see the mountains. Those are clearly mountains. Those are hills. Got it.
Mountains, hills. These mountains aren't exactly accurate. Again, they're all like creating a very. They don't look natural, you know. All right. So once you get to Misha's Ferry, she will ferry you across to the Dork Forest, and then from there, it should be. There's a path from the ferry to Sykuskan, and it's about a day's walk through the woods.
So 2 days of travel.
2 days of travel
Expected.
from Kelvad. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And then you guys are supposed to take possession of Fyodor's horses and take them to Riflin.
Which is...
Southwest of Kelvad.
Did I added? If you click on your journal notes, it should have added it.
It just says the word Riflin.
Yeah, that's all. That's all you get.
Okay, but it's over here.
I also added Misha's Ferry. Yes, it's over there. Yeah, you're doing a little crisscross applesauce along the river. Okay. And of course, you guys know that the Dork Forest of late has had a kobold issue.
Yes. Hence why they needed us to do the horse.
Hence,
delivery.
yeah, they needed fighters to escort their horses. And you guys are going to be paid 100 silver each, plus 30 if there is a significant amount of action each.
Mm-hmm.
Now that we got all that out of the way, by late afternoon, the boat reaches the... Nope, I skipped ahead. Okay, you guys are trucking along. On either side of the Lavoga River are kind of like downs, and interspersed along these downs are some areas that are like thickets and trees. You know, there's not a lot. They don't cultivate up to the river. It's just that'd be flood terrain, you know. And so you don't have the best view of the terrain because the river itself is kind of lower than the downs. But it's nice. It's pleasant. It's cool. I think it's towards the end of winter, transitioning into spring, right? So there's a nip in the air. And as you approach the Dork Forest on your right-hand side, you're coming into it, and now there's all woodland on your right. Suddenly, there's a thud, and the boat lurches to a halt, momentarily throwing everyone off balance. Just as you pick yourselves back up, arrows begin to rain from the woods. Roll initiative. I can actually beat that. I can get an 8. I can get an 8. I did it.
But you didn't.
All right, there are about a half dozen individuals emerging from the woodline with arrows that you can see, and behind them you can see more coming out. Now, the 8 rowers are not fighters. Kalanos isn't really a fighter himself, but but his job right now is going to get his people into the ore wells. The ore wells, if you hide in there, you'll be completely covered from the arrows. So what do y'all do?
Do we know what blocked the boat?
No, but it's not moving.
Mm. Let me just.
Varkin would probably bark. Someone needs to find out what's blocking the boat. I'm gonna try to hold them off.
I want
Definitely
to
gonna get
head.
ready to shoot some.
Yeah, I want to head to the front to see what could possibly be blocking the boat.
Okay, give me a notice check, wisdom.
All right, roll. That's a 6.
The water, this is a river, it's not crystal clear. The water's running. You can't quite tell what's holding the boat. But you do see, even with the 6, you see that because you guys were going upriver, that now that you've stopped, the ship is very slowly starting to pick up momentum going backwards.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Going downstream. The current is
Okay.
starting to take it. Yeah.
okay.
It's heavy. It's going to take a bit.
I mean, I'm not gonna shoot until someone tells me otherwise, but I'm gonna have my bow ready.
Yeah, and we can see these bowmen, right?
Yeah, they've already taken some shots over your head.
No, I would
Yeah.
I would shoot back.
All right, Varkin, you got a bow.
No, sadly, me personally, I'm just defending. I'm just
Okay.
having my shield up and making sure they don't get on the boat.
Okay.
Have they made any demands or anything yet?
No, they just started shooting. They fired a warning shot over your heads.
I said across her nose, not up it.
And that's our Spaceballs reference for the day. Now we
Man,
need
you
a
already
Monty
used it up.
Now we need a Monty Python reference, and we have met our quota. So, Rose, you want to take a shot, or are you waiting to see what they do?
I want to wait and see what they do first.
Okay. Well, Kalanos and the oarmen are kind of like shocked. Like they're not going to act this round. They're just kind of like collecting themselves and trying to figure out what's going on. And they're like, "What stop a ship?" And they're looking and yeah. Okay, so Varkin, you're just got your shield out, draw your sword, face the
Where most of them
woods.
are coming from.
Rose
Yep.
knocks an arrow and does the same. Okay, round 2. All right, you guys see from behind since Genma made the roll. Genma, you look behind you, and you see a handful of individuals come out of the woods and grab hold of this large chain, yank it with all their might, and then throw it over like a stump of a tree that's not like kind of a high for a stump, but it's a cut tree, but it's high enough that they throw this chain over it like an anchor, and you see a chain being pulled up from the water as they do this, blocking the riverboat from behind. And you can surmise that there's a chain in the front that's stopping you, and now there's a chain on either side. The riverboat is trapped.
How far are we from the shore?
You're about 80 feet from either bank. It's a pretty big river for us Texas folk, but it's pretty small for people who know what rivers are like. All right, and the archers are going to take shots at you. So there's going to be what's up?
Nothing.
Did you not act?
Nope.
Do you want to?
Not in either turn. Yes.
This is
Yes,
still
I
turn
would.
1. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So the chain thing hasn't happened yet. Sorry. That's
Oh,
the issue with group initiative.
Yeah. Micah like we can see these people.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's
Yeah,
8.
he's just
Yeah.
he's just gonna step up to the railing and start bellowing out across the water in a very, very unconvincing voice. Puny mortals.
Tricks are
How
for kids.
how
I don't know why I went there, but that's where I went.
how dare you delay the passage of your superiors? Cower in fear, or flee in terror. Flee in terror, and with your tails between something like that, and then he's gonna uh with that with elemental sparks.
Yeah.
He's just gonna start like poof, 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 little flames in his hands.
Okay. And what are you trying to do? Just make a scene?
Make a scene, like
Scare them away with
like,
magic. Yeah.
scare them away. Yeah, everyone
Not
else
everyone
is,
has magic.
yeah, everyone else has been like, oh, magic, and so Mike is like, oh, this will work, and I don't have to use any of my actual spells. Yeah, here we go. That's the entire.
I
Yep.
mean, it's a good plan.
It
Yep,
can be
that's-
actually useful once per session.
But this ain't it. But this ain't it. Okay. All right. So they're around. They bring the chain up behind you, and 7 of them are going to take shots with their bows. So there's going to be 4 to each one of you, and then they're going to shoot at the NPCs after. Okay. So short bows. Here we go. We're going to go down the line as your listed players, which is your screen name alphabetically, which means Genma is getting shot first. Oh, everybody has. I assume you guys took up cover up against the edge of the ship.
Yes.
You have +2
She
AC.
said it.
My AC's 13 without the +2, so like.
There you go. That's a miss. Rose, you're being shot. It's
Oh my
probably gonna
God.
hit you,
I
Rose.
think his dice have switched targets. He's just trying to kill me now.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, it's
21 for 6. Rose. Okay. Rose takes a hit. Varkin.
That was half my HP.
I
It
mean,
used
at
to be
least
all
it's not
your
all
HP.
of it.
All right, they're gonna miss you, Varkin.
Yep.
And then Micah,
It's
they're gonna take a shot.
double my HP.
Ooh, Varkin is. Wait, is this Varkin? No, this is Vegas. Micah, does a 17 hit with your +2?
Not with the +2, it doesn't.
Noise. Okay, so they loose arrows, and Rose is going to take a hit, and they're going to shoot one at your boy Kalanos. Also has +2 AC. They missed with the natural 1, and then they're going to shoot at just a random Orman. If they hit, the Orman is dead. They missed. Okay. So 7 arrows. I guess there's still one more. Cool. 7 arrows shoot out. Only one connects with Rose. Hits her right in the shoulder. Just thwump. Right in the meat on the outside of the shoulder. You know, it's not going to hinder your arm's movement, but it's going to hurt. And then it's y'all's turn. Oh, and as a fire and notch a new arrow, in addition to the 4 guys that came out for the chain, 5 more guys come out of the brushes, and they seem to be rushing the water. Like they're planning to swim over to you.
How close is the tree that they wrapped the chain around and the bowman?
They're all 80 feet away.
How close are they together?
The tree is probably a good 20 feet away from the bowman. From the closest bowman.
Okay. But the bowmen are all kind of clumped up.
No, they probably got 5 to 10 feet between them.
How many can I hit in a 30-foot line?
3.
All right, Micah's gonna kind of pop his head back up. All right, assholes, you had your chance. and he's gonna drop this in a 30-foot line on him.
Decree
mean,
of
tech-
igneous dissolution.
Yeah, and he's kind of irritated at having been like shot at. So there's no like cool edgy invocation with it this time. He's kind of irritated.
Okay.
But yeah, so
Their bows and clothes disintegrate.
yep, that's what I'm looking at. Bows and clothes.
Bows and clothes. Bows and clothes.
Okay. Bows and clothes. They're just destroyed, huh?
Yeah, just destroyed, just dissolved. Goodbye.
Okay. There are now 3 naked men. I guess actually, you would have gotten 3 of the bowmen, but probably 2 of the people coming out into the water. So yeah, 5 of them have just been made naked. And the 2 of them that were coming out to the water, they're not daggers, right? What are they? Swords? No, they are daggers. Daggers like fall from where their belts used to be, and their belt buckles, fall to the ground. And I'm gonna do a morale check. No, I'm not, because they. Okay, wait. Unless morale is meet or beat. If morale is meet or beat, then I will do a morale check. Because these guys have 12 morale. Morale check. Morale checks. If the roll is greater than the score. Yeah, these guys are naked savages. Anyone else?
Well, that was for shooting, but not the naked ones. There's no point in killing them.
They were wearing leather armor, so like they are naked. Yeah.
Go ahead and shoot, Lynn.
Yeah, I'm just gonna shoot one of the ones that has bows.
Okay. Yeah.
Ooh, that looks all right.
13. That's gonna be a hit for 5 damage. That is gonna badly hurt one of them bowmen.
Each arrow I fire is 1 less encumbrance I have.
Which side are the ones approaching the water? Or are they on both sides?
They're all coming from the wood line.
So
Okay.
one side.
Then I want to be ready with my staff on that side.
Okay, you're gonna ready in action for when they come up.
Same for Varkan. He's gonna keep holding where he is with a little bit of cover and ready in action, so that the first one that tries to get up near him gets sword.
Okay. Kalanos ushers his crew to the safety of the ore whales, including himself. So they're all in cover. They can't be hit by the arrows anymore. But there's only 4 arrows left, and there's exactly 4 of you. So, going down the line. Genma. 18 for 6 damage.
That'll get me.
No one has only 6 HP, right?
No.
I believe we're all above when we're max health.
Nice. Okay, and then Rose, you're taking an arrow.
Please miss.
Nope.
Nope.
Did not
Why
miss.
do you hate
2
me?
damage to Rose.
Think
At
she's
least
still fine?
At least there's no natural 20 crits in Worlds Without Number.
I actually did really well in my HP roll last time, so I actually have HP.
Okay, and Varkan. Nope,
Nope. That's the roll that should have went to Rose. Next time, try to roll that to Rose.
my bad. And last but not least, Micah. Miss.
Yeah, before you kill me, you still have to kill Caddy.
Okay, the 2 naked men grab their daggers, put them in their mouths, and 9 of them, 5 from the woods, and the 4 that were securing the line, they all start swimming, and they are quite good at it because they're going to use their main action and their move action. So they cover half the distance. They are now 40 feet from the riverboat.
That trust Morgan can take care of them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I'm not bothering with them.
I mean, there's 9 of them, but 2 of them are naked.
I don't have much at range.
But it is
Me
y'all's
neither.
turn.
Same
I'm
thing
down
as
to
before
5.
for me.
Okay.
It's two. If a weapon is two-handed, but I'm not attacking with it, can I use healing touch on myself?
Yes.
Okay, then that's what I will do this turn.
That healed all the
Go.
damage, huh?
Yep.
Okay. Rose, you want to take a shot? Same guy?
Yeah. Sorry, I was trying to figure out what the kids are watching.
Yeah, I took a moment to try to figure that out, and I could not.
Well, I'm pretty sure that's a miss.
No. That is a miss.
Cool. Well, that's what I can do.
What about Micah?
Michael pop his head up over and see that they've gotten into the water and they're swimming, and naked guys are swimming, and naked guys on shore, and by the first, are they still coming?
Get him.
They are really insistent, yes. And Jaken, that was on the way to get the horse, right?
Yeah, you guys haven't gotten to Sykuskan yet.
That's wild. They're attacking a boat that's most likely empty outside of the guy.
These aren't kobolds.
Those are brigands.
These guys just appear to be brigands, yeah.
They're watching Treasure Planet.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
That's a good movie.
That's the best Spelljammer movie ever made.
Right? Briefly along that line, Titan AE is the best alternity movie ever made.
Devin would agree with you.
So
I love
Micah,
Titan
so good. Planet Bob, come on. And I put a button on it. I don't know what happens if I press it. He'll like kind of grab one of the I don't know nautical terms. I live in a desert. I don't care. He's gonna grab some of the rigging and pull himself up on the rail so that he's standing there with like one hand like waving and you know like he's shaking his butt a little bit so that his robes will kind of billow. And he'll throw out there a Gessel her, heed my call, raise thine spikes and I don't know, fucking block him. And he's gonna throw out his favorite spell of all time. Oh, where'd it go? There it is. Phantasmal Mimesis. And the phantasm this time is going to be 30 straight foot wall of stone and dirt spikes just like rising up out of the river to block the boat off from them.
Okay.
That's my turn.
That's everybody, right?
I think so.
Okay. How high is the...
So the illusion itself is 3 10-foot contiguous cubes.
Yeah.
So like I imagine like it looks like they're rising out of the water, but they're like right on the water, so it's like 10 foot high out of the water.
Yeah,
so
like
maybe like 9 feet
yeah.
high. Yeah, so there's like
Okay.
a little bit below.
But that probably means that the archers have less of a shot, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna give you all an extra 8+2 AC. As the archers are going to shoot at you.
It doesn't matter if you keep rolling 20s on me, though.
It's true. Genma. 17? Nope. Okay. Rose. Does a 22
Well, wait.
hit?
I think it meets
17?
if we have a +4. Yeah.
Okay, then you take 1 damage. An arrow just grazes your shoulder.
Yes, that hit me.
Alright, take
I'm
3.
down to 2.
Genma,
Dear Lord.
Rose is a pincushion at this point.
Yeah.
Varkin,
I look like I encountered a skeleton in Minecraft.
14.
No. At this point, with my +4, you would need to roll max.
Micah, 18. Nope. Okay.
Negative.
Alright, and the swimmers, they now have to go around these spikes. So they're gonna spend the whole turn going around the spikes. So next turn they will climb up on the shore. Some from the bow, some from the stern. Y'all's turn.
Varkan is gonna move toward where there's more, because there's 9 of them, so they will split 4 or 5 probably. He wants to go toward the side that has 5, and he's gonna go hold an action there.
Okay, there's probably going to be 5 towards the stern because that's where the 4 guys were coming in from. Okay.
I'm gonna keep shooting.
Okay.
Before you do, I might as well just use up my far healer. I mean, I assume you're within 30 feet of me.
Probably, yeah.
The whole riverboat's probably about 30 feet long, so it's a good roll. Heal 8.
Yeah. And add a system strain.
Always add a system strain.
I'm watching y'all.
I'm adding it. Well, since we've got pretty good cover from the archers now, I'm gonna shoot at the guys in the water.
Okay, unless you disbelieve the illusion, they getting a +2 AC. Oh, you're shooting guys in the water.
Yes.
Okay, they get +1 AC because of the water, but otherwise they are free to be shot.
And to be fair, y'all don't know exactly what is an illusion and what isn't an illusion with Micah.
Oh yeah.
All right, one of your arrows just plunges into the murky depths of the river.
Well, I'm no longer uncovered, at least.
You fire one shot, you're like, my burden has been lifted.
I was 0.15 over encumbrance.
That is some Divinity Original Sin shit right there.
My 3 extra arrows being encumbrance because I had 3 extra arrows.
Okay, so we had Micah. We're waiting on Micah.
Micah wants to take a look at the shore up ahead of the ship.
Okay.
And look for any chains coming out of the water and what they might be anchored to.
Notice wisdom.
Notice wisdom. That's a thing that I can do.
So far, I believe you.
That's a 7.
Okay, because you knew about the chains behind you, you can't see the chains in the water, but you can see a similar stump anchorage amongst some tall reeds and grass on the bank. You see this stump and a chain, big chain, coming down into the water.
Cool. Anyone standing near it?
Like within what, 30 feet?
Yeah, within like 30 feet.
Yeah, there's probably at least one archer.
Okay, yeah, so that archer and then a line to the stump is it's gonna get the decree of ligneous dissolution. And this time Micah is absolutely feeling it now. Like he's rocking this. So like he's just gonna he'll let go of the rigging and kind of over towards it and then grab some more rigging and point directly at it, all swagger and confidence and none of it is real because he's not confident at all, but when in Rome. What was it? From Gamir to Ungle, wither and decay, spill like shadow into earth, and rejoin with creation.
Yeah, and then so the whole reeds, the whole bank just goes, just dirt's left, and the chain goes and slides into the water.
We might want to. Can we row again? Can we? Someone get on the rowing.
Kalanos says, "Rowers, grab your oars."
You may need to get rid of that illusion.
I think it's
No, it's on the side.
though.
Yeah,
Oh, it's on the side. Okay, I thought it was in
Yeah,
front.
yeah,
and it's like significantly out, so the oars wouldn't hit it.
yeah.
Never mind. I thought it was in front of us for some reason.
It's off starboard.
Mm-hmm.
That's your right.
If you're looking at the front of the ship.
All right, well, since it's y'all's turn, I guess the oars can start rowing. It takes a while for a riverboat to get up to speed, so unfortunately, I think you're gonna have some boarding action here.
Yeah, but the good news is that the oars probably hinder boarding, because I don't know if you've ever swum and got hit in the chin or in the.
Well, they're coming from the front and the rear. But yes, if they get clobbered by the boat, I'm gonna have all the ones up front do an evasion save. And if they fail, they're not gonna get aboard. They're gonna get hit by the ship moving and probably be out of the fight. All right, so that's 4 evasion saves for the boarders. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, one of them succeeded. 2 of them succeeded. All right, 2 of them are going to be able to grab a hold and climb up, and then the ones in the rear scramble up and grab up, and they climb up. They're going to spend their whole actions moving and actions to get onto the ship.
Well, now that it's on the ship, I'm gonna resolve my held action and clamp one.
Okay.
Sorry, I was anywhere but on my inventory screen for my action. Nope, apparently I held my action 3 turns and was not ready to hit them.
One of them comes up and he's buck nude, and you're like, what? And he takes the dagger out of his teeth. Okay, the archers are going to shoot at y'all. The ship hasn't moved away from the illusion, so you guys will still have the +4 initiative. And one of them lost his bow, so only 3 of you are going to be shot. I'm going to say, Micah, you're not going to get shot. Genma, does a 10 hit you?
No.
I didn't think so. But nope. But in fact, does a 2? Wait, does a 3 hit Varkin?
No.
Okay. In that case, it's y'all's turn.
Times to clubber again. The naked good really got into my head, but 12 might hit him anyway.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, he's naked, so a 12 does in fact hit. Oh, 8 damage, he's fucking dead. Yeah, you just run him through.
Someone can have a free dagger.
I want to strike one of the people who came up on the front with my staff, which is consecrated.
Wait, is it this version of the game Shillelagh?
I don't know if this guy was nude, but a 9 isn't.
No, the new guys are in the back. A 9 is a miss, unfortunately.
But 2 shock
damage? Yeah, he's gonna take the 2 shock damage.
And let me double check an art.
Oh yeah, your first attack with your short sword. You did 6 shock?
Yep.
6 shock? You killed him. So you killed him, and then on your turn you killed the next guy.
Okay, well there you go. Well, I killed him with shock, so we both were shocked, but I still killed him.
Yeah, you threw your blade, but you weren't. You were just looking at at everything, and then you just, and then suddenly his whole chest is red, and he just falls over. All right, so you've killed the 2 naked men are dead. That's the moral of the story.
When I strike this guy with the shock damage, the air around him gets chill as I do this. Thank you.
Oh, okay. How often can you do that?
When I inflict damage up to the maximum of the damage done.
Oh, every single time. Wow, that's a
She
dope
could
spell.
just do it.
You just have a consecrated life staff stick. That's horrific.
Thanks. It goes cold.
But it does say for each successful attack.
Oh
And
shoot,
you
it
missed.
does.
Yeah. So
Okay.
you're not going to actually be able to use it now. It doesn't include shock damage.
Okay, I didn't read that far in. Thank you.
Okay.
I'm gonna shoot one of the guys who boarded.
Okay. It's bow or stern.
Which one has more?
Currently a living bow.
Okay, I'll take care of that one.
That's going to be a hit.
For
For
rolls
3
no
damage.
damage, but
Are you shooting the same one that is squaring up with Genma or a different one?
I'll shoot the one that's sparring with Genma.
Okay. He is now got an arrow right in his chest, and he's like, "Ugh!" And he's just kind of like has this crazed look in his eye. Micah.
Did they need to roll morale for the 2 dead?
Yeah, they would, but they can't fail. So
Okay.
these guys are zealots. It'll make sense when you know what they are.
Yeah. That works.
I mean, my turn.
Yeah, your turn.
Oh god, fighting has broken out on the ship. Micah is going to hop down off of the rail and dive behind some barrels.
Okay, so you just get into cover.
Yep.
Cool. All right, their turn. All right, the bowmen are going to take shots at everyone but Micah because Micah's hiding. So Genma.
Are we now outside of the wall of cover?
Yeah, I'd say you guys only have the +2 now. Rose,
No.
I assume that's a miss. That's a miss on Rose and Varkin. 16 with a +2.
With a +2, no, it's a miss.
Okay. However, stepping out in front of the ship is a lone individual. He, unlike the others, he's wearing chainmail. He has a shield on his back and a quiver like on his side, you know, like on his strapped to his left side that he can draw from. And he has a bow as well. And he notches an arrow and he pulls it back. And since he's in front of the ship, he's going to aim at Genma, who is the one to the stern. And he is going to take a shot with his short bow. And probably miss for 13.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I have the +2.
The arrow just kind of goes thum, right into the the ship. Okay.
How far away is he?
80 feet. Yeah. So.
Okay. Well, because he was up a ways, I wasn't sure if
Yeah.
Is it our turn?
No, the borders haven't gone.
Okay, that's right.
So, Genma has all 4 of the bow on her, and Barkin, you have all 3 of the stern on you. So I'm gonna do the bow guys first with their daggers. So 4 attacks against Genma. Actually, one of them can probably slip past Genma and get to Rose. So I'm gonna say 3 boarders are gonna attack, just dive down on Genma, and then one of them is gonna run past and try to jab Rose. So 3 against Genma. You don't get the +2 AC now. That's a miss. 14.
That
No,
hits.
they have a +4 to hit. Forgot these guys are really accurate. So 17. So for 4 damage.
Yeah, that hits.
Is your AC 15 or less?
It's 13.
Okay, so you're gonna take 1 shock damage from the miss. And another one's gonna attack you. And hit for 2 damage. Alright, and the last one rushes over to Rose and is going to slash at her with his dagger. Does a 12 hit?
No.
Take 1 shock damage. Alright, 3 are going to attack Varkin. Nope.
Miss.
Is your AC 15 or less?
I ignore all shock damage.
Neat. Alright.
Literally, like,
Does a
I
15
ignore all
hit?
shock damage.
Does a 15 hit?
is meat. 15 is meat, so
Okay,
yes.
take 4. And the last, it just barely misses, cuts into your armor, doesn't penetrate. Now, Varkin, you're sitting there, 3 men with knives or daggers are just lunging at you, slashing at you, and the audience sees this, but no one sees this yet. One of the oarmen closest to Varkin just jumps up and is going to draw a dagger and try to backstab Varkin. Now this guy, he gets bonuses when he's backstabbing. So here we go. Ooh, he's definitely going to hit. He hit you for you're fending off these guys.
Yeah.
One of them gets a hit in on your arm, just cuts you across, and then suddenly a knife just digs into your back
For 6 damage.
for 6 damage. Yeah.
Ouch.
Ouch.
All right.
Yes, very much ouch.
Now it's y'all's turn.
I'm guessing I can't shoot this guy, right? Because he's up on me.
I think you can, but you get penalties.
Mm.
I think it's
Unless
like
you have talent.
yeah, but I don't think she has that talent.
No.
Yeah, you're gonna get penalties. I'm just looking up the exact penalties. Minus.
Yes, minus
Oh no,
4.
no, you can't. Shooting a bow while being meleeed by a foe, you just can't do.
Okay, well, I have
You
a
could
dagger.
throw a weapon at someone.
I have a dagger readied, so just that.
Okay, you switch. It's readied, so you can switch to it. Okay.
Yep.
So you switch to your dagger and you attack.
Like melee or missiles? Like I'm at melee with it. Away from me, thank you.
Yeah, that's gonna be a
Damn.
hit. 2 damage. 3
Yes,
damage.
does he-
Okay.
Does he have less than 15 AC?
You don't do shock damage on a hit.
Oh.
Yeah. It does mean that's your minimum damage. In case you have bonuses to shock damage.
Oh, I see.
Like new guy, his minimum damage is 6, which is how much hit points these guys have.
I effed him up. I took out half of his.
Yeah, that's half his hit point. Yeah, you just carve a red line across his chest. Who's next?
Oh man, I'm not gonna have very much luck hitting these, thwopping these boys. I feel like, but healing myself and then getting hit over and over again doesn't seem like the way to go. I need to heal myself. What am I talking about? Okay, I heal myself for another system strain. Ugh.
What's the name of the guy that's dealing with the oarsman? Kalinos?
Kalanos.
Varkin will yell, like, as he's being backstabbed and sees it's one of the oarsmen. Varkin's gonna say, Kalinos, what the hell? Because, he thinks it might be.
Yeah, you think it's a betrayal. That makes sense.
Yeah.
And you're spinning around, you said?
Yes, and I'm gonna attack the guy that backstabbed me before facing the dudes that are actively trying to kill me.
Yeah.
So, you said that I'm pretty much one-shotting them, but I'm still gonna roll the attack.
Oh, this guy is not like them.
Okay, well then I'm attacking him. Specifically. Ah, damn it, I was so close to 20. 14 for 5 or for 6. Well, actually, I think
For
you said
6,
minimum
yeah.
6, so for
So
6 all the time.
you miss, so you just half his hit points in shock damage. Like you do. Yeah, so he raises his arm reflexively, and you just carve into it. You can see bone. It's just like,
Yep.
and it's like, ah! Probably with his offhand though, not his fighting arm.
Micah kind of pops up from behind barrels to get a gander at what's happening. Can I see the big boy that shot at us? And he's not on the boat. He's out ahead.
He's out ahead of the boat. Yeah.
Is he within 300 feet?
Yes.
He's getting fuckered.
Oh, you're getting your soul fuckered.
Let's see. Michael, pop up. Where is my cool incantation for this one. From Atomaeus descend, writhe as thine soul flees your frame. And I'm gonna drop Coruscate and Coffin on him.
Okay, he is not one hit type, so you're gonna have to roll damage. Oh, he needs to make a physical save.
Yeah, and I need to change this because it's 3d8 now, not 2d8.
Okay, well roll 3d8, and he's gonna take half. That's a lot of damage, though. Ooh, but a bad roll.
Yeah, I was saving mine.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's what I got.
So why does it look when he gets hit with it? Like,
so a lot of Micah's the visual effect of Micah's magic is super edgy teenage boy sort of stuff. So like he like from his eyes like blasts a little bit of like purple lightning that like reads his form and then shoots up into the sky and then like darts across the clouds and then the clouds darken and it comes down upon his target.
Like black lightning?
Yeah.
I didn't mean the superhero. I just meant, does it look like Black Lightning?
Yes.
But as soon as it said, I'm like, there's a superhero named Black Lightning.
I'm just laughing because, like, it's so good.
Yeah. Okay. That's 2 of you, right? Or is that 3 of you?
I did my action.
I think
I healed
Rose
myself.
already. You've all gone because Rose struck with her
Yeah, I
dagger.
stabbed someone.
Okay. All right. At this point, you guys are getting away from the bowmen, so I'm going to say the 3 bowmen are going to start rushing to try to get ahead of the ship. The armored man is going to take another shot at Genma with his short bow or small bow. Oof. I think he's going to hit with the 18 on Genma.
Yeah.
So take 3.
Luckily not for a whole lot of damage, but still quite a bit of damage.
All right, and then the boarders, none of them died, right? Yeah, so we still have 3 on Genma, 1 on Rose.
And 4 on me.
And 3 plus the 1, yeah. So let's do all the Genma boarders first. 3 against Genma. Miss, so take 1 shock. I don't think a 13 hits, right? Oh, 15.
15 matches.
15 is a hit. So take 3.
4, 3.
And then another
I'm
one.
gonna die this round.
He missed, so take 1. And then this one's against Rose. 17 is probably a hit. Oof, for 4 damage. The next 3 are on Varkin. 14?
Miss.
Okay.
Miss. Ah, damn it, that's a hit.
For 1 damage.
I'll take that.
Alright, and the guy is no longer backstabbing you. So, as you're like getting swarmed from behind, he's going to turn and try to backstab Rose.
I don't think I can be.
You can't be
alert.
backstabbed?
Well, I have alert. It says I can't get execution attack option.
That's not. This isn't
So I
execution.
can't be surprised. So I don't know.
You can be backstabbed. Okay.
wasn't
So
sure.
I think you get a free attack.
If he moves away from me, I get
Yeah.
an attack opportunity.
Yeah. Go for it.
I just wonder how many you can
Oh, wait a
get
minute.
by
Wait a minute. Wait a
much-
minute. I just realized if he does that, he dies because like you're guaranteed to kill him. So I think he's just going to take a fighting withdrawal to get away from you, and that's his
Okay.
whole turn.
Yes.
Because you would fuck him. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, and then I meant to do another thing. I think I made Kalanos. Yep, I have Kalanos' sheet here. Kalanos jumps up and says, "Traitor!" And he lunges at the guy as he I know he's supposed to do this before, but as the guy's running away from you, he comes up with Kalanos comes up with a dagger and tries to stab him in the thigh. Let's see how well he does. Kalanos actually has quite the attack bonus. Yeah, he's gonna hit for 4 damage. Just digs the dagger right into the Orman's thigh. The Orman is almost dead. Blood is gushing out of his wounds. It's not pretty. And there was much rejoicing. Y'all's turn. I'm just gonna go ahead and have Kalanos attack again while you guys are figuring out who to go next. Because if he kills this guy, you know, job done.
Yeah, that's one less problem for us.
A 12 is going to be a miss, but he's going to do 1 shock damage, which means this guy's down to 1 hit point. He's almost dead.
Well, I'm attack the guy I've been attacking, so. That probably a miss.
2 shock damage. Oof. He's looking rough.
That was me.
I forgot this entire time that I've had it familiar.
Yeah?
That's right, he can
That
attack.
can do damage. Hit bonus equal to half my level. I forgot to make the macros, but I can do it.
Is it rounded up or down?
Round it up. No shock. So I'm gonna do that first. So it's this plus 2 to defend me. So that's a 7.
Yeah, that's a miss. Yeah, but this upright Wolverine just kind of bursts from underneath the ore whale and lunges at one of the guys. Says,
I didn't want to scare any of the Orman.
was that my son? Yeah. That was a mighty burp.
I'm so proud.
Good.
He should be.
I'm dying, but so another system strain for me.
Previous session, Genma, don't abuse the eels. Current session, Genma, heals!
I mean, yeah, it's for me. If I go down, you all go down.
Do what I say, not what I do.
Whatever, Mom.
So did your mic pick up that burp?
Yeah.
That was a good.
Oh, I mean, I think I heard it on my mic.
That's what I'm saying. My mic was muted.
Yeah.
There's one ship downstairs.
Pretty good.
But it got
Congratulations.
burned up, so I had to move.
He's having his own little game. He just watched Treasure Planet, so
Oh, good.
he's
That one
he's amped.
exploded.
One exploded apparently. All right. Who else?
Me. Varkan's gonna yell, Kalanos, deal with that man! And I know he's already doing it, but Varkan's just being kind of heated right now. And then he's gonna turn to the 3 guys because he doesn't want them to be free to roam the boat. And he's gonna try to clobber one of them.
That looks good.
An 18 for
I
8.
don't know why we bothered rolling. Like literally, you just say I kill one of them, and I go cool.
But I like the click clacks.
Noises are pretty good.
Literally, no matter what you roll on the d20, one of them falls over dead.
And there's another one. Last year finished.
The perk of being a warrior.
Perks of being a
Alright.
warrior, yeah.
Genma looks like she's having some issues, right?
Yeah.
And I had moved up towards the front of the ship. I'm peeking out from behind some barrels right now, right? So Micah's gonna realize, oh no, Genma's having trouble. I'll save the day.
Finally.
You're gonna
Man
get a
of class.
giant skunk.
No. This is too close quarters for
A giant skunk.
for Micah's style of magic. He's very much Konosuba style explosion. So he's just gonna like hop over the barrels and pull his staff out because I mean it's readied, and he's gonna swing and bonk at one of the guys with his staff. This is gonna go really well. I think this might be the first time he's actually swinging a weapon. What attribute do I put with this?
You don't. You go
Strength?
to your inventory
Oh, okay.
and you just swing the weapon.
There you go. Okay, that's how much I know.
Normally, the macro should take whatever attributes it needs.
Yeah, that's gonna be a 6. Does a 6 hit?
Surprisingly, no.
Okay, all right. But I mean, the entire thing is like he trips over the barrel and it's just like ah! It probably like hits like 3 feet away from him.
Yeah. Does the staff have 0?
I think you can get 0
Oh, because
if
you have -1 strength.
Yes.
Oh man. Okay.
That is correct.
Is that everybody?
I believe we got the stab, we got the eels, we got the staff, and we got the insta dead. So yes, that's everybody on our head. And you started with Kalino, so he did his action.
Okay. The trader oarsman is going to do another fighting withdrawal and jump off the ship into the water. Meanwhile, the rabble are going to continue to fight. Same thing as before. All Genma all day.
I just came in and made myself a target.
Genma, take 1. Who did you attack? One of the ones on Genma?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, then I'll make one of them attack you. This one's Genma. This is going to hit for 3 damage. And then this one's going to attack Micah. Micah is going to take... what's your AC? I assume 15?
16.
Oh, then you take nothing. You're good. 1 against Rose. Hit. 3 damage. Alright, and then how many against Larkin? 2 left?
Yep.
Miss.
Mm-hmm.
16?
Yeah, that will be a hit.
3 damage. Okay. And then the Reaver is going to take 1 last shot before you guys are too far at Genma. Actually, at Micah. Because he's been casting spells, and he's the one who cast a spell at him. So he's going to cast a spell. Now, he does have a short bow. And I haven't been doing this because I'm dumb. The short bows are out of range, out of min range. So I'm going to give him a -2, which I should have been doing the whole time. But I'm adding it to this roll.
And to clarify, I forgot it is 15 plus half my level rounded up.
So you have 17 AC?
I have 17 AC now.
Okay. Since you're on the main deck, you're not going to get the +2 anymore. Because you guys are fighting on the main deck of the riverboat. So this guy is going to hit Micah for 4 damage.
Okay.
The ship did not explode.
Ow.
Woohoo!
Okay. Kalanos leans over the ship, flips his dagger upside down, and chucks it at the fleeing oarman. Unfortunately, it lands somewhere in the water, and you don't do shock damage on a ranged attack.
Luckily for him, one of the naked guys dropped their daggers.
Yeah, but he was really trying to kill the traitor, you know? This was personal.
I'm saying he could pick one up.
Right. That would
think the
involve
traitor
getting involved in the big fray. Speaking of the big fray, what do y'all do?
I want to strike one of the people near me with my staff.
Great and glorious wallop. Yeah. The one you've been fighting, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's toast. He's dead.
Oh,
You cave in
Doesn't
some
let me-
bones, he ain't getting back up.
let me just...
No, that wasn't right.
Sorry, I won't send the whole thing next time. I'll just roll a d6. But I needed some of that healing feeling.
Yeah.
And then my familiar on the other. This +2.
Ah,
Nah.
I really want him to hit.
Mike is just going to go ahead and swing at the third one up here. Since we're swinging.
Cool. -3 is so brutal.
Yep.
Okay.
Right, I'm gonna stab the one attacking me. Kill him.
I think you're gonna kill him even if you miss. Nah, you hit. He's definitely dead.
Good, because I'm down to 2 HP.
Okay.
I want to kill one of the two that's still attacking me, and I
Okay.
want to roll my shiny click clacks even though I
You'll
killed
do
him.
that, and I'll delete him from my little tracker here.
I did 9 damage with 22 AC. Do I hit
Oh,
him?
never mind. He lives. If he's brought to -3 exactly, he doesn't die. It says it right here. Okay. There's only 3 fighters left, and you guys are in the clear, right? But they're gonna fight to the last man because these guys are rabid. You can see it in their eyes.
They're like that.
Yeah, they're just like that. They're built different. I can close the bowman and the fighter though, because you guys are no longer in range. And the rogue is just gonna swim away. Like, I'm gonna keep him on here in case one of you wants to stop what you're doing and try to kill him. But he's swimming away.
I have a bow, so I can.
All right, 1 to Genma. One shock, please.
Mhm.
1 to Micah. No damage. And last, certainly not least, to Varkin. Okay. And it's y'all's turn.
I finished the one in front of me.
You do. Yes, you do.
I want to roll my click clack. And then I use my move action to move toward the last 2 alive.
Okay. Kalanos is going to jump. He's going to scramble up and grab one of the daggers of the dead. That's going to be his turn. And he comes up to like a crouch. You know, he's like standing all the way up because he's still worried about the archers, even though by now you've rode past them.
So, the guy in the water.
Yeah.
One swimming away.
Yeah. He has +1 AC, but other than that, you can take a shot.
I'm gonna do it just because I'm pissed.
Yeah.
I agree with this course of action. He
He's at the
backstabbed me.
edge of. Do you have a small bow?
I have a large bow.
Oh, yeah. Fire away. Oof. I think as long as you have any pluses, you got him. Yeah, he had 15 AC because he has a
Shoot him in
+1.
the back as he swims away.
So yeah, he's like swimming away, and then you just see the thump, and then he stops swimming.
Imagine what's his name look like in Lord of the Rings? The ring betrayed him. Isildur.
Yeah,
Um,
but only 1 arrow.
Dan
he
the
was-
Wolverine.
Yeah, Dan.
Did you forget his name was Dan? All right, there we go.
That's a hit.
18.
Yeah.
He does a D8.
Damn!
Oh my god!
Dan jumps up, pulls this guy to the ground, and he falls off camera, and we just see like his clothes and blood and viscera flying up out of frame.
Nice.
Okay, there's only 1 left.
I'm gonna slap him with my not with my dagger, with my staff.
Okay.
But I won't. Probably.
Hey,
But he does take 2
same.
shock.
Let's try to do also that.
Hey, it changes.
It didn't even roll your AC. It was like, no, this guy failed.
It literally says attack fails. Like
This guy did not hit. I'm gonna level y'all. This was a miss.
I
Amazing.
love how the macro changes to
See,
For
attack.
some reason, I picture Micah swinging his staff like this. One eye open.
No, just completely eyes shut. Just. All right. The last border is going to attack Genma for all he's worth. Let's see what he's worth. He's worth 1 shock damage. Y'all's turn.
Wasn't there another guy who was shooting at us, or was he out of range?
He's now out of range. Actually, he's within range of you.
One
if
in
you,
the
if
chain
you want to
shirt?
shoot him, yeah.
Should I?
Attack fails
Yeah.
again. We did it.
Okay.
Achievement unlocked.
I'm
Attack
gonna shoot
fails.
that guy just because I can.
Sure, go ahead.
I clicked it.
Damn! If only crits were a thing. So 6 damage. Let me. I closed his sheet. Let me pull it up. He's not dead.
I
I
hope it
doubt that
hurt.
6 would kill him, but at least we gave him a reminder.
Yeah, you gave him something to remember you by.
It's like, don't do this again.
I'm rolling for Dan.
Yeah.
No.
Dang it. Dang it, Dan. Dang it.
Couldn't do the last one in.
Have I given you a stat block for Dan?
No.
Okay.
No.
Oh, I thought that was a 16. That die rolled funny.
Mhm.
So 2 shock.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Anyone else?
I'm currently reading in case we want to take him prisoner.
You want to do a non-lethal?
But the thing is I'm reading rules about non-lethal, and it says unarmed attacks are always non-lethal. Things that are more forgiving, like batons, staves, or clubs might also qualify. But it doesn't say sword, so I could not attack non-lethal with a sword.
So you have to drop your
I
weapon
can.
and just try punching him?
Yeah, but do I want? Would Varkan think about taking a prisoner at this time? He's pretty heated.
He's the
got
last one
backstabbed.
left. You guys are scot-free. I leave it up to you.
I'm trying to
Obviously.
be-
I leave
I'm
everything
trying
up
to-
to you. It's a role-playing game.
I'm trying to be in Varkan's mindset. He's kind of angry.
I'll be right back.
No, I think it's gonna be possibly a lessons learned. He's too angry. So
Okay, well, he's dead.
yeah, unless somebody
That's all you had to
stops him,
say. Was, I
unless
kill him.
somebody stops him, Varkan just like goes like, ah.
I was like face the other direction, shooting the guy
Yeah.
behind us, so I didn't even notice.
Okay. Combat over.
Yep.
Kalanos will turn to Rose and say,
I've got like 3 arrows and gashes all over me.
yeah, but I'm trying to remember what voice I was going to give him. I picked out his voice, and I'm like, yeah, I don't remember that. And every single time I get to the moment where I have to open my mouth, and I don't remember. Oh, that's right. Thank you for killing that traitor. I hope you don't think this was some kind of setup.
It will depend on, and Varkan like kind of appears in Jesus. It will depend on the answer to this question: who were these men?
I don't rightly know. And he looks down at one of them, kind of prods it with his dagger that he stole, acquired. I think, squatter's rights at this point. You guys want to look one of the borders over?
Yes.
I'll rifle through some pockets, why not?
Okay. This guy looks quite battered, like, aside from the death. Previously battered. You notice that they bear, every single one of them bears scars along their wrists and ankles, and they've all been previously whipped. They have whipping scars all across their body, and I'm trying to read where they're all branded. On the left forearm, and the brand is 2 circles with chains creating another circle between the two, like forming a full circle out of 2 circles, right? So it kind of looks like 2 mandibles connected.
I'm sorry, you said that was like a symbol on them?
Yeah, they're branded with this. Yeah, on their left forearm.
Do I recognize that symbol at all from any of my studies?
Actually, you got that obscure collection of books, right?
Yes, I did.
Give me a no roll, but I'm gonna make it a really high DC.
Okay, wisdom or intelligence?
Intelligence. Also, I forgot to update y'all's overlays for level 3. New World came out.
Oh,
That's my
dare.
excuse.
$13.
Okay. You one of the books you bought, right? Do you carry all that shit with you? Just this huge bag?
Oh yeah, yeah, 100%.
Literally bursting with books.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. One of the books you bought was a journal of one of the early Pathfinders that helped settle the Jaken territories. And he mentioned that a dwarf man, whose name is not in the journal, you just know that it was a dwarf, had a cattle brand for his ranch. And he started to brand his servants with it. And one day, everyone was like, "What are you doing?" And he started claiming them as property, calling them slaves. And one day, he and all of his slaves vanished, leaving the cows behind. And the symbol is drawn like to match in the journal.
All right. Well, I mean, yeah. So at that point, Micah will have seen it, and like his eyes go like dinner plates, and like runs over to where the cabins are, wherever he's keeping his shit, and like
Riverboats
visually,
have a
I
cabin.
imagine like books are flying,
Yeah.
like just being tossed, and eventually he runs back out and like just
Can I get some first aid?
shoves it in Varkin's chest. Page 36.
Imagine while he's doing this, I just kind of flump down where I am and help, please.
Varkan grabs the book and like looks at Micah, opens the book, wrong page, kind of turns around pages. If Micah pays any attention, Varkan is not even going the right direction to go to page 36. And then he goes like, just show me, and he gives the book back to Micah.
Was that 8 the heal, Caddy?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Micah will have like snatched the book back, flip it to the correct page, and then hold it open like in Varkin's face. Like,
Yeah, Varkan can see the symbol, recognizes the symbol, obviously, and he says, "What does that mean exactly?"
symbol, book,
Yes, I see the symbol.
symbol, same on arm.
Okay, is the book part of them?
Book say blah 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 blah. Bad dwarf man, brand employees say slaves all disappear. Same symbol, crazy people.
Oh, okay. Now, thank you, Micah. Thank you. Varkan is going to look at the men that are dead on the boat, and he's gonna look where the brand is.
They're all on the left forearm.
He's gonna ask Kelenos and every single oarsman to show that area of their body right now.
They all
Sword
oblige.
drawn.
Yeah, they all oblige, and none of them have the brand.
I imagine like they all line up and do it, and at the end of the line, you see Rose. Just in case.
Okay, at this point, Varkan's adrenaline and anger kind of flares down. He sheaths his sword, puts his shield back on his back, and kind of, finally takes the time to breathe in. He's gonna say, "So these men, these crazy men, zealots, I guess, zealous men, what would they want with this ship? There was a trader here that gave us the fact that gave them the fact that we'd be coming up the river. What would they want with this ship specifically?"
Kalanos is still collecting himself, and he goes, almost like he just overheard you, and he says, "Oh, well, I mean, you're new arrivals, so you've probably been told that the Jaken territories are some kind of paradise, but a lot of people who come here to settle fail, and that failure sometimes leads men to banditry and whatnot. So we have our fair share of bandits, not to mention the kobolds in the woods, and the hills, and other kinds of horrible beasts. Maybe they just wanted to rob us for all we're worth."
The guy I was shooting at wasn't
Was he was not a dwarf. They were all human.
Hmm.
Or, hear me out.
How old is this journal?
Ancient. Decades old. Yeah.
Hear me out here. Maybe what they wanted to do was to capture us, extract our noses from various cranial orifices. Wait, what did I say? Extract our what?
Noses?
You said
mean-
noses.
Extract our noses. I was going to say extract something through our noses. Extract
Ah.
our spirits through our noses or various cranial orifices. And then brand us so that we also become slavish slaves
Nailed it.
to whatever cult leader is out here gathering, and here's the twist, gathering souls for Luraval.
When you say Luraval, Kalanos will make the sign of the first truth, you know?
Yeah,
Well,
I don't think that's it.
yeah, I don't know about that last part, but now that you mention it, trying to get more people into the state of mind that these men were in, that could have been it. And a ship, I'm assuming, on these parts of the river is always valuable. And he's gonna turn to Kalanos to like kind of confirm if his assumption that having a ship in general is just valuable.
Well, there's not too many riverboats. I know quite a few other captains, and they're all my competitors, of course. But stealing one, well, I mean, if you're running a legitimate business, it'd be hard to get my ship. People know my ship. You know, this is old Kalanos's boat. You know what I mean? It's not like people are going to come around and say that's not Kalanos's boat, even though it is. I don't know. I don't know about the thing with the devil, but again, maybe they were just trying to rob us. I'll tell you this:
Well,
it's never
combination of
happened
two.
before in daylight.
In daylight, but it has happened in the
In
dark.
nightlight.
Well, there was one time, but they didn't have chains, so we just roared right past them.
Apparently, they've learned. Well, it could be a combination of the two. Rob us / trying to find more zealots for their cause.
And there was one time I was going up the river Gatouche, bringing up some prospectors, and there was a griffin. But it went over us.
Micah starts
Just
taking
tell me
notes.
now.
But it went over us, and it. How was it?
What color was the plumage?
I think it was brown there, lad.
What, crested or bald?
Well, I couldn't see the top of its head.
No silhouette.
I mean, it was a griffin.
Flew over.
If you were to estimate its wingspan in hands,
Mini.
Genma, when you have a chance, I know that Rose required help. I think you're still on this, but I've got a big gash in my back.
Yeah.
Got me really good, and it kind of stings.
Yeah, he
now
turns
that the
around and blood's
adrenaline-
just like dripping on the deck.
I hope Micah go ahead.
Varkin is trying to like stay strong and everything, but you can say that like he's hurting because like now that the adrenaline's running out, like
Yeah.
ow.
I hope
Alright,
that Micah
then.
finds a griffin that's literally the size of his hand, like the wingspan.
Oh, and in case anyone cares, I'm doing the character overlays. You know, they are level 3, so
Yep.
they didn't get any new focus, but their stats might be different.
So
Heal
yeah,
11.
heal 11.
I heal 11. Jesus.
Yeah.
Actually,
Well,
I'm gonna
no,
start
it
with
was
Genma.
Jinma. Yeah.
Jesus probably would have healed you for 7.
so was it heading into or with the headwinds?
It was like
Yeah.
2 years ago, lad.
This is important. You got to pay attention.
Mental note to make Micah's little tinker toy a griffin.
And Micah has now taken his notebook and is going to the rowers and pestering them for information about the griffin.
Okay.
Varkan will only kind of stop Micah if the ship slows down. Other than that, he's not really too keen about like interrupting Micah because it's a whole another conversation.
Okay. By late afternoon,
He's
the
making
boat.
friends.
Yes.
By late afternoon, the boat reaches the jetty at Misha's ferry. As the crew helps you off with your baggage, Kalanos calls out to Misha, but there's no reply. Oh, don't worry. Misha often goes off hunting with that flea-bitten old bear of hers. She'll be back before night and won't mind you making yourselves at home. Good luck! He turns to his oars. Now cast off! We got another delivery to make! And they push away from the jetty and continue down upriver.
We should see about helping her bear. Like fleas. They carry disease, and they're just uncomfortable.
Yeah, we'll see what we can do. Maybe you can zap them with lightning.
Yeah, so aside from the ferry apparatus, there is also a cabin. And nothing seems to be disturbed. There's no signs of anything's amiss. The door is unlocked, but he said people can come and make themselves at home. It has 2 rooms. It has kind of like a common area with cots, and then a back room that seems to be Misha's private room. It's still unlocked, but it kind of looks like her living space. And the common area has a kitchen and a fireplace. Not much of one, but it's there, and some table and chairs, of course.
And okay, so Misha has a bear, or Misha is the bear?
Misha has a bear, from what Kalanos said.
Okay. And he said, as far as I understood, that she's often out hunting and whatnot, so
I'm
no,
just gonna
not to worry.
peer around through the trees, see if I see anything else.
Okay, give me a notice wisdom check.
I would also be cautious after our recent attack.
Yeah,
Cautious
agreed.
in what way? Just being
Like
vigilant?
being vigilant, yeah.
Okay. Rose. You're peering out. Are you guys inside the cabin or are you outside the cabin?
For now, still outside, I
Outside.
think.
You're still outside? Okay. Rose, you're peering out into the woodline, and then you see something large and brown moving your way.
I think I see the bear. We should make sure it's not just a bear. So be on your toes.
Be careful to not actually make physical contact with the bear. Skin to skin is how fleas can transfer.
Varkan is gonna pull his shield out and is sword out, but not at the ready, like kind of lower so that it doesn't look as threatening. And he's gonna turn to Micah briefly and say, "When it's mauling me to death, I'll keep that in mind."
Okay. As Varkin says that, a very large brown bear, like one of the bigger types of bears, we'll call it a grizzly if we can, and emerges from the bush line, and it sees you, and it stands up on 2 legs and goes, "Rah!" before falling on its all fours and starts charging you. And you don't see any woman with it. It seems to be alone and charging you. You guys can run into the cabin, or you can stand your ground, or something else.
I'm going into the cabin.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go into the cabin and block the door, like literally body block the door.
Yeah, okay.
Assuming everybody's inside, I don't want
Yeah.
to block Micah out. Like,
You guys barricade the door.
enough to talk.
This massive carrot comes up, and at first it kind of slams into the door, and Varkin staggers back, and you guys like bring up furniture to like barricade the door, and it starts scratching at the windows and doors, and after about 10-15 minutes, it goes and meanders back into the forest.
Did anybody see if that could have been Misha's bear? I didn't see any fleas.
The telltale indicator of Misha's bear.
What that seems like unusual behavior for a bear, though, right?
It does, yes.
Yes, aggressive like this.
I
And
mean,
it
that
was
was
leaving?
kind of out of character, but yeah.
Retroactively, Genma, since you seem to be caring about it, can you give me a notice wisdom check?
Mm-hmm.
For no reason whatsoever.
Yeah, weird.
All right.
I'm just gonna keep peering out the windows to see if it's still around and see if it can Misha.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I actually realized I needed to check something, so you go ahead.
Micah is gonna start like rifling through like cabinets and shelves and whatnot,
Okay.
looking for you know, bear treats.
Yeah.
So anything.
There's actually a small root cellar. You'd have to go outside to access it, but at this point, the bear, like, you would see the bear coming and have enough time to get back in. So, would you be interested in that?
Yes, I would be very interested in that.
Okay. You go into the root cellar, and there's lots of provisions, like foods you can store. There's like jars of honey, dried meats,
Bear treats, jars of honey.
yeah, stuff like that. And then there's also like potted hair, you know, or jarred hair, you know.
Rabbit. H-A-R-E.
Yes, Hare. Yeah.
No, that figures.
And jams, because jams keep quite a
I
while.
was like, who the fuck keeps their hair in a jar?
Gross. Oh, and when you were upstairs and you were rifling through things, the only thing of value or of note really was a jar in her room that had like gold, silver, and copper pieces kind of jumbled into this jar. I didn't think Misha was the thieving type, but he would have remarked that as the only thing that kind of stood out.
Oh, Micah.
Yeah,
Okay.
not Misha, Micah.
Yeah, Micah. Yeah. Yeah, no, that wasn't interesting at all because bears don't eat coins.
Fair. What was I thinking?
Yeah, so I mean, at this point, he's gonna like try to bring up like some of the meat and some of the rabbit and some honey and be like, what do you think it'll like? Do bears
Technically,
they like
rabbits and hares are different.
Listen to your uncultured swine.
so Micah comes up with a jar of dried jackalope. And then like he just kind of like just tosses things down on the table and runs back down and comes back up with like a jar of like jam. Be like, bears like berries, right?
Bears like food. I don't think it matters what it is.
And the one that we encountered probably would have liked us as a treat as well.
No, that's why I want to bring all this stuff with us so that like if it comes again, we can just like start throwing this around and be like, hey, go eat this instead.
Oh, since it's becoming night, you guys can subtract 1 day of rations from your supply.
Speaking of things,
However, if you raid the pantry and claim it as your own, you can all get back that day of ration.
I don't feel quite right raiding the pantry, but I am gonna set up non-lethal traps around.
Okay.
Snares and stuff like that. That way, in case the bear comes back.
I have no money and no rations, so I might actually have to raid that pantry.
Oh shit, I don't have rations either.
Yeah, you guys are sitting around and Varkin's, everyone hears Varkin's belly rumble as he reaches for some jerky that might get thrown on the table.
I thought I had some, apparently I do not. So
you guys didn't buy rations?
I thought I did.
You made me spend 50 silver in 2 weeks that we were at Kelvad instantly. I
thought y'all started with rations.
Started with rations.
You start with rations.
Oh,
Not
maybe
my
I didn't
kit.
write them down.
You start with 1 week of rations, and then we didn't use any on our travels.
You didn't start with any Varkin?
I'm gonna go double check the character creation, but I don't think I did.
That would be something you should have bought in the week you had waiting for the ship.
I had 0 money.
That's
Oh,
true.
yeah.
You were straight up broke.
Mine says and 1 week of rations. It just didn't stick it in there.
Nope,
My bad.
me, I started with 0 ration. A nil.
Oh my god.
So Varkin's
Have
pretty
a
hungry.
ration.
Have a ration.
You can
Okay,
have
thank
one
you.
of mine. I'm not.
Thank you, Jen.
Look, wait. I'm not gonna let anyone go hungry on my
What is it,
watch.
5 days? A week of rations, or is it 7?
I reckon it's 7. A week is 7.
In the actual item in the sheet.
You don't have to
it's-
eat on non-work days. Sorry.
What did you say?
No, it just says 1 week of rations, but it says 5 total. But I think that's just the encumbrance.
No, 1 week rations
It's
is 4
5 silver,
encumbrance.
it's 4
It's 5
encumbrance.
silver, 4 encumbrance.
No. Well, see, but mine says cooking utensils and 1 week of rations, 5 total. So I think it's counting
Oh,
my
the cooking utensils take up 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let me add my rations.
Were you saying something, Vegas?
Something. Oh yeah, in the 1 week worth of rations, the oh, that's the price. Never mind. I have no idea. It says number 1. It just says 1 week of rations.
Right.
So,
Yeah, you
Yeah,
have 1
yeah.
week of rations. So
Yeah.
and it
doesn't-
weighs 4 pounds. So
weighs 4 encumbrance. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's no way to split that by 7 because fuck us, I guess.
yeah.
Just have to make it on our notes.
Yeah.
They could have gone with 3.5, so that's half an encumbrance per, but whatever.
We can say the last half is like the stuff it's in.
There you go.
So every day you can subtract 0.5. And that's how you can keep track. And then when it gets down to 1 encumbrance, that's 1 food left. Or 1 day left. Yeah. And that's one way to keep track.
1 food.
1 food. Okay. You guys gonna stay the night in the cots? Waiting for
Well,
Misha to turn up?
Varkin's waiting it because if that bear was some sort of rabid or aggressive,
So
it might not be the only one, which means that Misha, if she's out hunting, might be in trouble.
Okay. So are you gonna stay up all night, or are you gonna propose watch shifts, or what's Varkin? What would Varkin do?
Well, Varkin would put his doubts forward for the group to decide if we want to stick here and rest, because, I mean, we've just came out of a pretty solid fight. Misha technically is as far as we understand, a huntress that knows what she's doing and has a bear with her, potentially.
I did also set up non-lethal snares around the camp.
It's true.
And we don't know if the bear behavior that we just saw is regular, because if it's regular, Misha knows how to handle them. If it's not regular, then we're in trouble.
Yeah, yeah.
I was gonna say Genma would probably know a lot about bear behavior. It's probably something you learn living in the northern taiga.
Can I roll survival?
Yeah.
Or survive?
Survive, wisdom. Yeah. You know that bears can be unpredictable, but that kind of aggressive behavior, it was either wounded, protecting a cub, or just really hungry. That's usually the 3 times a bear will get that aggressive. But bears, like, people are only food if food is scarce. Like they have
Yeah.
easier prey than people, and they usually know that. Bears are pretty smart.
Mm-hmm.
So you didn't see a cub, but you couldn't tell if it was wounded because it was just a blur of fur as it was charging at you. Yeah.
The cub could have been back further in the forest, so it was like
Yeah.
strange-ish, but
Another time it could attack is if you were messing around with its den. It might it may, attack if you're threatening its home,
So if it's Misha's bear, well,
Could it be
if it's
protecting Misha?
Misha's bear and Misha's not around, there might be an issue of it perceiving this cabin
threat.
as its den. Either that or there was a baby bear further back in the forest, a little cub, or two, or it might have just been real hungry, but that's the least likely of the options because we are on a river and there's easier prey than people.
Also, the root
Um,
cellar.
Micah, Sugar, come here and let me just.
What? No, oh, ow!
Yeah, just
Oh,
hold
I
still
forgot.
for a second.
I
Is it
forgot that arrow
possible
was
that
there.
was protecting Misha?
I mean,
This
we
whole
would have
time,
had
Misha's had an arrow in him.
Micah, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Oh my god.
I mean, we would have to. I don't know why if Misha's not here, right? But if Misha were down to somewhere, then that might be an issue. But she'd have to be somewhere fairly close. And if she's capable of moving and she was somewhere close, wouldn't she come back to home base?
That's fair.
In the military, if a party of people is missing, you tend to recommend not to go search at night because night makes it dangerous for everybody involved. Waiting for morning is the smarter option for the search party, but it lessens the survival chance of the person or people you're looking for.
I think Misha is a capable hunter and we should wait it out till tomorrow. She might just walk back in.
I think it's a good idea, and if we want to look for Misha, we can do it first light tomorrow. We came out of a solid fight. Everybody needs a rest. I agree with this assessment. I think we need to rest it and possibly start looking or head toward our job tomorrow. But that's a discussion to be had tomorrow. I think the end game plan here is we rest and reconvene tomorrow morning.
You guys rest, and when you wake up in the morning, undisturbed, there is no sign of Misha. Now, you guys are on the Direk Forest side of the ferry, so you guys can. You don't have to wait for Misha. You can start heading towards Sykuskan if you want to.
How much do we heal for sleeping?
You heal equal to your level, and you recover 1 system strain.
Sweet. So I'm full health and I still have 1 strain. I can deal with that. What's wrong, bud?
When we wake up in the morning, do we feel like P. Diddy?
No, you're not gonna brush your teeth with a With a bottle of Jack. Yeah.
Mhm.
No. I hate that I know that fucking Kesha song. God damn. Oh my god, that song's old now, isn't it? Like 10 years old.
I was gonna say.
Damn. I'm not hip. But I do know 10-year-old Kesha songs.
Funnily enough, most Kesha songs sound like they were written by a 10-year-old.
True dat, yeah. Okay, so we're about to go for a break, and I want to end on a cliff note.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah. I unplugged my mic.
Nice. Okay, so you guys head out towards Sykuskan.
Mm-hmm.
Put everything back where you found it.
I feel like it's worth heading out to Sykuskan and then on our way back through, if Misha's still not here, maybe address it then. Because, like Jenma said, she's a huntress. They're usually gone for days at a time.
That's also a fair assessment. All right, you convinced me.
Okay. So you guys are traveling through the Direk Forest, and it's an uneventful day. It is past sunset. A twilight hush has settled over the forest, and there is no movement among the shadowy trees on either side of the trail. The world seems at peace, perhaps a little too quiet. Then the silence is broken. A faint cry drifts on the evening breeze. which also brings a whiff of wood smoke. Ahead, you catch a glimpse of flames rising beyond the trees. The sounds grow louder. Shouts of men mingle with harsh, guttural war cries in the clash of battle, while all the time the flames grow higher, bathing the forest in a pink glow. Sykuskan appears to be under attack. And that is where we're going to call it our break. So we're going to be back 15 after for another hour 45 of Dire Roll Embers of the Vale. The Embers today will be literal. And yeah, thanks for tuning in, and we hope you stick around. We'll be back. Hello everyone, we're back. There's a fire in front of you.
Oh, good thing I just drank some water.
Ha!
Listen,
Mike is gonna run up and dab on it.
Micah dies.
Cool.
Well, it's where we need to go. So we hear war cries. So sword, shield out, and onward, carefully but
Yep, bows out.
expressively.
Okay. The forest ends on the bank of a fast-flowing river spanned by a wooden bridge which leads to the gate of a palisaded homestead. The buildings are mostly intact, but are lit by flames leaping from a barn to the left of the bridge. In a clearing on the far side of the burning barn, you can see the attackers, kobolds. And on your right, beyond the main part of the homestead, came the cries of frightened horses. Before you can do anything, you hear the crunching of brush, grass, and twigs as 8 kobolds, all adorned with wolfskin, are charging you. Roll initiative.
Crap.
That's good, because they were actually, yeah, they had a large chance of getting surprised, which I forgot. So that's fine. They just get to attack you. All right, so there are 8 D-bags, kobolds. And there are 4 of you. Ain't that unfortunate. They are going to all throw light spears at each of you. 2 each.
No, there's 5 of us. We have Dan.
You have Dan.
He's
Nope,
gonna
not the flame
change.
shields. There we go.
He's gonna change everything.
I hope one of these days Dan kills like 90% of what we're fighting.
All right, so 2 attacks each going down the line, starting with Genma.
Hold on before you do Genma. Just give me 1 second. I just need to read screen and ally if I can. If it's instant.
No, it's a move action.
Yes. Okay. So you're good.
Okay. This will not do shock damage because it's ranged. Uh, 9 is a miss. Yeah. All right. 4 is also a miss. All right. Spears going against Rose. This is when we roll high.
Yep.
Does a 13 hit?
Yes, it matches.
You take 3 damage as a spear glances across your arm. As another one comes flying and misses. Varkin, for you. Does a 17 hit?
Yes.
3 damage. Another one comes screaming at you. A 14 does not hit.
Nope. 14 misses.
Last 2 against Micah. 12? And I think Micah has the best AC. And a miss. Okay, so they all chuck their spears at you. Only 2 of them harmed you, and the rest of them hit all around you. Thump, 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 thump. If you weren't sure that you were in combat before, you are now.
Micah is going to take a very swift step back as he does his cowboy wizard jutsu hand motions.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I collected my traps in the morning, by the way.
Yeah, cool.
And is going to shout out his super edgy, "Slip free, O shackles of time, guide thine hands true and thine minds clear." And he's going to cast on all 3 of you Resounding Temporal Echo. For 1d4 plus 1 rounds, you all get an extra main action during your turn.
However, may not be used to cast spells or use art.
Yeah.
And whenever we use that extra action, we get 1 system strain.
Yes.
Yep. So you have the choice to use it.
Yeah.
So question for that spell, I think it's just 4 rounds. So if the first round I don't use that extra action, that round's expanded, right? Like
Correct.
it's not 4 rounds that I can accumulate, and as long as I don't use it,
It is for the
stays.
next 4 rounds. Each
Yes,
round
okay,
you
okay.
may. Okay. I want to take a moment to talk about kobolds because everyone by now is familiar with 5th edition kobolds. These are not those kobolds. These kobolds are about the size of Genma, maybe a little slighter, but they're pretty stocky. Genma being a dwarf. And they have the face of like a bulldog, like big, saggy skin, flappy jowls, and they have horns and large, pointy ears. And the middle of their body is covered in rusty red scales, like their torso, their groin, and their half of their thighs and half their forearms. And then the scales give way to hairy arms and legs. And they have a lizard-like tail. Like a long, thin, whip-like tail.
They're not cute like me.
So there's somewhere between like a 5th edition kobold and a Legend of Zelda Link to the Past moblin.
Yes. Oh yeah, and their scales are rusty red, and their skin is like a almost bright red, like actually it's more like a crimson. Their skin is more crimson, and then they have kind of like darker red fur. You can't really see much of the scales because they're wearing clothes and armor, but yeah.
Speaking of visuals, same thing with like the purple lightning, but this time like it lashes out from his fingertips to hit each of you in the temples. And they kind of course through.
Dope.
That's Micah's turn.
Yep.
Do not wear it out.
Well, I mean, I'm going to shoot one of the kobolds.
How far away are they?
Let's say they're 30 feet.
Okay.
Actually, what's the range of their spear? They're within close range of the spear, whatever that is. They're 30 feet away. Yeah, 8. You fire wide. It goes.
You know what? I'm going to take 1 system strain. Go again. Because Micah gave me that option.
I'm going to
There we go.
Oh, that's a hit, but for
Aw.
only 2 damage. You nail him in the arm, and he's just like.
Oh, that's true. I'm going to move to kind of like behind Varkan. But before I do that, I'll throw a dagger. It's just the same roll as
Yeah, it's just you don't do shock. Does this dagger have up to 30, or is it 20?
30-60 is what my
Oh.
stat sheet says.
Nice. Just
So,
whoosh.
missile.
I don't care because it's a game, but imagine throwing a dagger 30 feet and being accurate. That'd be insane.
So that's a 21 for
The
2
same one that got
damage.
shot?
Yeah.
Dead.
And then I'll move to move up with Varkan.
Perfect.
Oh, the first one died, so we need to do a morale check on the kobolds.
If they flee, that would be kind of funny.
Be very good. I imagine it wouldn't be all of the kobolds.
Yeah, I've always been rolling the morale checks as kind of like a group, but I wonder if it is supposed to be individual. I just figured like that would just take so much damn time.
Oh,
Well,
I just meant like the ones that are also attacking the town, wouldn't be affected
yeah, no,
by this.
it seems unlikely that these 8 individual kobolds are responsible.
Worst case scenario, if the rule says to roll one for each, which I doubt, but if it is, you could use a macro. Like, when we do bracket,
Yeah, yeah.
roll bracket, and just do all the rolls together.
Then it wouldn't tell you automatically if it's a success.
I
or
know,
failure.
that's the sad part. Also, I don't understand why they need to roll lower. I feel like lower would be a fail and higher would be a success. But
It's
Well,
because
it's
they
a
have if
different
they have
game.
high morale, it makes sense that the number would go up.
yeah.
I mean, I should probably roll for each one. So
Oh.
that was one of them. So let's do. Well, the thing is, I have the built-in success thing here, so I'm just gonna
Yeah.
6 more times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think if there's more than 10 enemies, I'll roll group. They all succeeded, so it was a waste of our time. Cool.
Yeah. Wow. They rolled so low for a lot of them.
Yeah, Jaken, when he wants to hit us, 20, 20, 20. When he rolls for morale, 1, 1, 1.
It do, in fact, be like that sometimes. So that's Genma and Rose.
Yes, I'm currently looking at the
What did
action
Genma do besides
economy.
move?
Threw a dagger,
Oh, you threw a dagger. Yeah.
which I need to change the quantity of daggers.
Tomorrow's National Taco Day. There are places we can get cheap tacos.
I know what we're doing for dinner.
Question, Jaken.
The answer is still Jake.
Screen an ally is a move action.
Huh?
Holding an action is also a move action.
Well, you have one move action.
Can you convert the regular action into a move action?
Yep.
Like a main action into a move
Yes,
action?
you can.
Okay. So my move action is going to screen Genma. My main action will be to hold an action for when someone gets in range, I clubber them. And I think, as per the rules, I cannot spend my aced action if I wanted to, because I don't think I can double hold an action. So that's going to be it for me.
Okay.
Before it is their turn, Mike, I'm going to use an on-turn action.
Okay.
Fall prone.
Okay. I love that Micah does like all this edgy shit and they're like, okay. That's me. That leaves everybody done, right?
Mhm.
I believe so, yes.
What about Dan?
Oh, Dan's too far away to do anything, so he's with me.
Okay. The kobold's turn. They're gonna use their move to charge.
Oh no, actually, Jaken, a quick retcon on my thing. I just read there's delay in action. Instead of hold an action, I can delay the remainder of my action until a particular other participant has acted.
Okay, what's the difference between ready and delay then?
So ready is when they trigger my action, I do it. Delay
Okay.
is after their turn. So I'm gonna delay my main action and my aced action potentially after the kobold's turn. So the round won't be ended until I do my turn after the kobold.
Okay. Okay. All right, so they're all going to charge. So since Genma is hiding behind
And I'm
Varkin
screening.
and being screened, one is going to charge, try to get past Varkin. Two are going to attack everybody else, just with axes over their head.
Perfect.
So we're going to attack Genma first. So you want to give me a
Stab skill, yep.
your check to try to screen her. They rolled an 11. These
can still
bloodthirsty
beat that.
kobolds. They want
However,
the
I'm not
blood.
gonna roll it with charisma. I'm sure I could talk into him. Oh no, I actually failed.
So he slips past you and is going to swipe down on Genma with his hand axe. Does a 12 hit?
No.
Okay, you have a 15 or less, right? So you're going to take one shock?
Yes.
Okay. Alright, 2 against Rose. 2 against Rose. The first. Missed. Does a 13 hit Rose?
On the nose.
Rose on the nose takes 2. All right, that was both attacks, right? So take 1 shock from the miss. And then next is the 2 against Micah.
I didn't think they were going to
Oh,
charge
2
me.
against Varkin. Sorry, this is against Varkin.
First one's gonna be a hit.
Take 3, Varkin.
Okay. Last one's a miss.
Okay, you're prone. I think they get +2.
Sounds like it, I believe.
Yes, they do. It's a -2 ranged, +2 melee adjacent.
Oh.
Ah, shit, I can't do this. Okay, never mind.
Yeah. I think they still miss. Yep, so take
Yep.
1 shock.
1 shock or 2 shock?
1 shock.
Okay.
Does a 15 hit?
Nope.
Take 1 shock. So as they bring their axes down, and Micah's kind of like rolling aside, like he's getting cuts and scrapes as they're kind of hacking around him. All you guys see is just grass flying, grass and dirt flying up around him. All right, Yell's turn.
No, it's my turn at the end of the
yeah.
kobold's turn before the new round.
Go for it.
I'm gonna attack the one that attacked Genma if he's in reach. Is he in reach?
Yeah. You guys, all 5 of you, and Dan, so all 6 of you are in melee together.
Okay, perfect. So I'm gonna attack the one that attacked Genma.
Okay, he's dead.
Perfect.
Actually, what's your shock? What's your shock on?
It's 6 on AAC 15.
It's AC 15. Yeah, he's dead. Cool.
Okay, well then I know I love my click clacks, but I suppose I'll stop rolling for the sake of this thing, and I'm gonna take 1 system strain to attack again on one that's close to me and just whump him.
He's dead. Cool.
And now it's next round, so now it's my turn. So I'm gonna whump the one that's next to me,
Okay.
and he's dead.
He's dead. Yep.
And now I'm gonna move up to screen Micah, and I'm gonna whump one that's attacking
Remember,
Micah
take a
for
system
another
strain when you do
system
that. Yeah.
Could
Yep.
you imagine if Elise had shock damage?
I mean, you kind of did. Let's be real. I mean, his shock damage basically turns everyone into minions, but he doesn't even have to roll. He literally just kills people.
That's what I meant. Like,
Yeah.
could you imagine if Elise just walked up to people and they died?
This is kind of insane. Varkin's just like, "Glah, glah." You just killed, what, 4 kobolds? Just dead. Dead. Okay. There's 3 left. Morale checks. Because you killed over half of them. That's a failure. That's a success. And that's a success. Alright, the one that's still on Micah, he just saw you carve through all his friends, and he's like, oh shit! Who's next?
Is he gonna bail?
He's got the fear. I should have rolled it on their turn, but yes, he's got the fear in his eyes.
Okay. I'm gonna use my move action to stand up, and then my action to make a fighting withdrawal.
Okay.
I'm gonna stab.
Okay.
Whichever one's closest, don't care which.
You've got 2 on you. You're the one who's got the most kobolds on you right now, and they're both sticking around. So. Okay. How much shock? 2.
2.
Not bad. Okay. Genma, I think,
Yes.
and Dan.
Dan.
I need better armor. I don't know why I don't have better armor. Nothing's stopping me from getting it.
13
Miss.
on the nearest kobold.
Yeah, it's a miss.
Okay.
Scratches into the
And-
kobold's armor.
Who's been hit? I think we've just gotten shock damage.
I have been hit.
I've been hit a
you've-
little.
You've both been hit?
Mhm.
What's a little mean?
I'm down to 7.
I'm 12 out of 18, so I'm good for a while.
Okay. 7's not great, I guess. Then I'll far healer that bad boy.
Who are you healing?
Rose.
Okay.
4-8. I don't know what your max is, actually.
It does. She
It's
said
13, so.
Oh, okay, cool.
She said that bad boy, and we all know Varkin is a good boy.
Yes.
Jaken, I think your dice have decided to switch targets. Like, oh right, we always kill your wife. Gotta
Yeah.
get back to that.
I roll above the table, though.
I take a system strain
Okay.
to slap the nearest boy
Okay.
with my staff, obviously. You don't slap with a dagger. That'd be silly. So a 13 does not hit.
No.
2 shock to AC 13 or less, so no shock.
No shock.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Their turn, right?
Yep.
All right. One of them is going to fighting withdrawal from Varkin and turn around in 30 feet the other direction. Does fighting withdrawal give you any movement? I don't think it does, right?
No.
No, it just lets
No,
you not get slapped.
Yeah, and it says we strongly recommend you use your move to get away from your target, otherwise they're just gonna re-engage.
Yeah. Yeah, so he like backs up, like thrusting his hatchet, and then once he's out of striking range, he just spins on his heel and bolts. Good quote. All right, and the remaining two are going to. Rose is the tree, and they are the axe. I think that's going to be a 16 for 1 damage.
I only have 13 AC, so yeah.
Okay. And 1 damage because they missed. Okay. And in the distance, behind, as you guys look past the guy who's starting to run, where he's coming from, you guys see 7 more kobolds mounted on dire wolves, and they are riding up from a distance, and they look to be trying to cut you off from the gates of Sykuskan. And you guys hear, "Look out!" And you look across to the gatehouse, across the bridge, through the smoke, and there's a man trying to wave at you from the top, and he says, "Quick, before they cut you off!" And as he says that, the gate starts to open. Y'all's turn.
I'm gonna let Varkin go first and kill these kobolds so we can
Yes.
leave.
Yes, so I'm gonna take my action to kill one, my ace action, 1 system strain to kill the other one, and we start moving toward the gate.
Okay, okay, moving on. Unfortunately, you had to use your move to get to them, right?
Well, you said we're in melee, so I would lose a little.
You were in melee with. You had to move to get to her targets because you were in melee with Genma.
Sure, but I still got ace, so I'm just gonna freaking bolt it.
Okay, yeah, just dead. Well, next turn you will, but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I probably roll or run with ace. I probably run faster than kobolds on wolves. To be entirely fair.
Wolves are fast. Okay, so all the kobolds are dead, and you guys hoof it. Because as long as you get moving within 2 turns, you'll get it into the gate, and it gets closed behind you.
Perfect.
As you hurry through the gateway into the smoke-filled yard beyond, spears hurled by the hurled by the mounted kobolds thud into the timbers behind you. The gate is held open by a young woman who quickly shuts it and bars it once you are all through. For the moment, you are safe, but the flames from the nearby barn are already starting to spread to the wooden tower above the gate, and beyond the barn, a group of scarlet-clad kobolds has broken through the palisade and is rushing towards you. Some falls to missiles fired from the main building, but the rest press regardless. Unmoved, the woman waits until a man wearing a leather armor makes his way down from the ladder from the smoke-filled tower. Then the couple make a dash for the main building, calling for you to follow. There are 5 more kobolds. Now, these ones wearing red tunics, who will try to interfere with you guys if you guys try to get to safety within the main building.
I mean, I'm just gonna start picking them off with my arrows.
Let's roll initiative.
So we rolled initiative.
I think you won.
Yep. It looks like we did by a large margin.
Okay.
Well, we're being beckoned into a building. Sounds like a reasonable thing to go.
This scene may take a moment to preload.
already preloaded on my end.
Activate.
Oh yeah,
Ooh.
I remember saying this.
You said you only read the blocks. No.
Stop walk. I like looking at the maps, even if I don't.
Okay, so as I told you guys, we are going to be using a map today, but it's going to be kind of like freeform. There is no grid because I had an impossible task of trying to get the grid to match up because these are taller than they are wide, which means it's impossible to do a good grid. So yeah, we're just kind of getting a rough place for everybody. It doesn't have to be perfect as long as you're more in the square that you're in. Where are these guys coming from? They're coming from the breach in the palisade. Where the breach from the palisade? Beyond the barn. Okay, I think number 3 is the barn. Yeah.
Yeah, I like to look at maps because I always want to build
they're
them
all
in
here.
7 Days to Die or Minecraft.
Let's get some kobolds. Paste, 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 paste. Cool. Okay,
I enjoyed it.
I'm getting the kobolds into place, and then it's y'all's move.
I see.
Let's zoom in. This door is probably one you can get into, right?
Movement is 30. How much is a square? 5?
Yep, they're 5 feet squares. You can move 6.
Okay.
And if you guys like having a grid, we might do battle maps in the future.
Okay, so we want to
There's
get
just
in
a lot
this
of
building.
movement parts for this whole thing, so I figured.
We want to get into this building or this big building.
Yeah, this whole building isn't on fire. This barn is on fire.
Okay.
Not
And they
building number
beckoned
3.
us inside here.
Yeah.
Okay, so Varkin is going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like this, and go total defense. And beckon his group, get inside.
What about the rest of you?
I'm
Can I shoot
How long
from
does
inside
haste
the
last?
building?
It was
Only
4
4
rounds,
rounds.
so it's probably over by
Definitely
now.
over by
Yeah.
now, yeah.
Is there any way I could shoot from inside the building?
Well, is the door's open? Yes.
Not on the first floor, but with the doors open, yes. The first floor you notice has no windows, but the second, there's windows above the first floor, but the first floor does not have any windows. Oh, and the couple, like, they come to this door here, and it swings open as they arrive, and they dive inside.
Micah's just gonna go ahead and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Can we move through each other?
I believe the rule is yes, but I'm gonna double check that.
There are no grid rules for this game.
Well, just because I can get inside, but I'm also tempted to just move here and shoot one of them.
So I'm gonna say my general thing is you can move through allies, you can't move through enemies.
I'm just gonna move 3, 4, 5, 6.
I'm gonna delay my main action from here till after the kobolds go.
Okay.
Right, I'm gonna shoot
Which
one
one?
of the kobolds. Let's say this one.
Okay. Okay, well you hit. I didn't have the
Oh
kobolds.
my gosh.
I didn't have their sheet open. Alright, I missed that. What do we got? 21 for 5?
Yep.
Hey, he's dead.
Oh, it was my turn.
Is Genma using her main?
Um, Yes, to get inside with Dan.
Okay. All right, their
That
turn.
is what we are expected to do.
5, 10, 15. It's going to be a miss.
Nope.
5, 10, 15, 20. Five, 10, 15, 20, and 30. This one rushes up, is going to attack Micah.
Ooh.
17 AC, 2 damage.
Yep.
So runs up and is going to attack Rose. And hit for 4 damage. Y'all's turn.
What are they attacking with?
Short swords.
And it's Micah's main action, I think.
Yes, it's Micah's main action right now.
Micah is going to use his main action to use his art. Steps of Air. But I'm not actually going to fly just yet.
Okay, so you are now flying.
How's,
Correct.
so the one thing I do like about these grids is that we could see each other's HP.
Yeah. Okay, okay, a bit of a goof. 2 of them ran, so, Rose, go ahead and heal that damage. The damage you took. Okay, their turn. Attacking Varkin.
Is it their turn?
Yeah.
No,
No, it's not. They just had their turn.
No. Yeah.
I got
was
confused by the
because of the
yeah.
delayed action. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so
So now it's our turn.
yeah, I'm just gonna double check when the morale checks happen. I mean, I'm not gonna retcon anything anymore, but I just want to know.
I think it should have happened at the moment that the first one died. So
Yeah.
before their turn.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
So on our turn, I'm gonna attack the one that is in between all of us. Guy
Mhm.
here. Do I need to roll, or does my shock damage just whomp him?
Oh, yeah. What do you shock on? 15 or less?
Yes.
Yeah, he's dead.
Okay. I'm gonna tell them to go inside.
The remaining one doesn't look like it's got any fight left in him.
Yep.
The building behind me, how tall is it?
Fairly. Okay, it's 2 stories.
Yeah.
2 stories, so
Yeah.
20 feet.
Yeah.
I would like to fly up on top of it.
Okay.
Rose go in because I'll use my movement last as the last.
I mean, the fight's
action.
over. We can skip ahead.
Okay.
Because like he's the only one left, and he's gonna treat. As he runs away, he gets shot in the back by someone up in one of these windows.
Yeah. I go inside, close the door, and for now I hold against it because I didn't see anybody else, but we never know.
Okay.
If there's a latch that I can lock, I will lock it for now.
Sorry, my daughter is being a butt. So,
No worries.
Yeah. All right. It seems once you guys have arrived inside that the the combat has drawn to a pause. The kobolds are no longer pressing any more of their men. And you guys all gather around in the hall.
Even Micah's on the roof.
Well, yeah, he comes in through a window and finds his way down to the hall. All right, and you guys are greeted by Pyotr and his clan. There's Pyotr, his wife Daria, his elder son Taras, Taras's wife Alfana, and those two, Taras and Alfana, those are the ones that open the gate for you. Pyotr's daughter Irina, who is 17, and their youngest son, Pyotr and Daria's youngest son, Matvey, who's 10 years old. He's kind of off in the corner. Pyotr's mother, Kuzma. A woman named Masha. They kind of introduce her, but she's just sitting in a chair crying. Doesn't look like she's having a very good day. Yeah. And last, they gesture to their servant Stelios, who just kind of was like, "Ha."
So I missed the daughter and son name, but I think I got everyone else. So Peter.
Fortunately for you, I spent all this time making this journal entry for everyone.
Nice. I took notes for no reason.
Yeah, get dunked on.
Yeah, you silly note taker.
I missed the son.
There are two sons.
Well, I'm just gonna delete this entry. Well, no, I'm gonna keep it because in case I need to note how I feel about.
After introductions are made, do you guys introduce yourselves?
Yes.
Yeah.
Pyotr will offer, like, at first he's like, I assume you're here about the horses, and then you're like, yeah, and then dispense with introductions. Yep. And Taras will say, y'all made quick work of those kobolds. It's gonna be nice having the four of you around.
Much better than the cultists we hit coming up the river.
Cultists? Pyotr says. I don't hear nothing about no cultists. That's tomorrow's problem.
And a bear.
Did y'all come through Misha's ferry?
Yes, but I do not believe it was Misha's bear.
We didn't find any fleas.
Well, all right then.
Looks like those kobolds are becoming bold, not to make a play on word of their own name.
I want to conduct some first aid on Micah while we're doing conversation.
Okay.
Yay!
It's just a D6 plus my heal skill, so
Funny you should say that. We've
that
always
plus one.
Here in the Deerick Woods, we've always had damn kobolds, but they were more of a nuisance than full-on war party. This is only one of several kobold attacks on human homesteads in the recent weeks. They're out in force burning things down. We built these homesteads to withstand attacks because we knew these kobolds were in these parts, amongst other things, bandits and whatnot. And it looks like so far Sykuskan's holding. But if it weren't for you four, I don't know. And now that you're here, we have a good chance of holding out through the night. I don't know if you know much about kobolds, but once the sun comes up, they're bound to get scarce. Them big eyes. They don't like the sunlight.
You said one of several attacks so far, and on several other locations?
That's right.
Other smaller villages around Sykuskan, I'm assuming?
Well, let me check my notes. Well, we heard that Sigenyev and Cherkas, two other logging homesteads, were also hit. Seems damn near systematic. Like they decided we didn't belong in their woods no more.
Or something's pushing them to move away, like, or attacking, either way.
Either way, they're here, and we're gonna make them leave, or they're gonna die trying, or we're gonna die defending. And I'm sorry you guys came to move the horses, but fortunately, them horses are gone. Just before you arrived, one of the 3 clans that seems to be attacking us, they busted open the horse pens. And once the horses took off running, the whole clan chased after them, which is good for us, I guess. 1/3 of the kobolds have moved on, but there's still 2 clans of them left. Them's with the wolves, and them's with them red tabards.
Do they typically work together?
How the hell should I know? I see kobold, I shoot it, or I stab it.
Well, you just made a distinction between the two. Have they attacked several times together, or are they usually one at a time?
They're coordinating, but I noticed that them wolves and the reds and the other ones with the snake doodads, they all fight as one but separate. You know, there's not like they don't fight back side to side, but they're coordinating their strikes. These kobolds are wily and smart. And as he says that, you guys can hear outside the faint sound of chanting coming from the trees all around you, loud enough that you can hear it through the through past the wall and all that. It's in it's in the kobold tongue, so you don't understand it, but it's like. Yes, what?
It would probably be intelligence lead.
Will
Assuming it's even worse, or maybe wisdom, but most likely intelligence. So my question to you is: would Beltafor, during my training in Beltafor, would we have learned anything about kobolds at all since we are here in this place?
Okay, I'm gonna put a pin in that because he wasn't done talking.
Okay.
Because I don't want to just come up late. I mean, it's already we already put a break in it. It's gonna sound weird, but he kind of looks over at Masha, who's crying, and he says, "Unfortunately, Novanas and Hakos, they died trying to save the horses. We've already lost 2 to these damn half-breeds. Now, you want to say, what do I know about kobolds?
Not him, me myself.
Yes.
Through my military training.
What do I know about kobolds? As a soldier,
I can roll.
Kobolds are not native to the Western continent. They are a blight across the world.
Okay.
A lot of people think that they are Ungor, which evil fae.
Yep.
Which is why they just kind of pop up out of the ground, seemingly. They are sometimes confused with goblins, but mini goblins, and they would take offense to that. So you don't even have to roll. With your soldier background, you probably would have been drilled on kobolds. They do operate in clan structures. The clans sometimes get together to take down larger targets, but they want to stick to themselves. They have clan boundaries. There's infighting between clans over territory. But usually they carve out an agreement of like borders that they understand, and they only team up like this for sieges like this.
So this is not unexpected. It's been recorded that sometimes they work together like this. Like I don't expect like the big bad guy from the tower to be controlling them or whatever. Like this is.
Yeah. These guys are not members of the Dark Lord's forces. These are just their own pest that have been around for as long as humans have been around.
So organization is rare, but happens. So this is not unusual.
Yeah, there's some Ungol beasts. Or at least that's the prevailing theory is they're Ungol spirits. But no proof. And they are quite cunning in combat. They have a grasp on strategy and tactics, rivaling soldiers. But their weakness is that someone like you who knows about them, they rely heavily on trickery, misdirection, and that kind of thing. So if you know that, then you can kind of guess what they're doing or work back from it to get a better picture of what they're doing.
Yep.
In pitched battles like these, yes, they're gonna fall back on guile more than might.
Yeah.
But they're not afraid to muck it up and throw away lives, which you've already seen. Yeah. So that's what you know.
So honestly, like you talking like this, Varkan's assumption that the fire to the barn and the horse being let out was probably a guile plan to get people out to get the horses and then just pick them off as they try to rescue the horses, which we've seen the two people. Well, we haven't, but they said the two people died.
Well, actually, again, falling back in training, if one of the clans fled the battle like that with no follow through, right? It actually sounds like they might have just bailed, like, because another thing, kobolds are greedy little conniving bastards, right?
Mhm.
They only would attack a site like this for its riches. They don't just kill for the sport. You know, they want something.
Yep.
So, if one clan got hold of the horses, they may have just been like, we don't want to share, and we're out. So that clan may not be coming back. It could be a trick, but it's also in line with them to just be like, we got horses, we're leaving. We can use these horses.
We got what we need.
We got what we wanted, and we're not going to share with the other clans, so we're going to bail. So, like, yeah, I mean, it could be a trick, but the fact that nothing's come of it and they haven't come back, you can actually kind of surmise that that clan's gone.
Okay.
They got what they came for, and they absolutely don't want to share. Like they've teamed up, and if they win here, they'll probably fight over the spoils. You know, like
Yep.
So if the fact that they've got horses on a big herd of them, I don't know, horses are herd. I don't know.
Mhm.
I don't know if it's called a herd. I know they travel in big groups.
They travel in herds, I think.
Yep.
It's
They
not
do travel in
unheard
herds.
of. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Thank you. You got the reference.
No, I got it. I was just thinking about how our son wants to watch a movie about what would happen if dinosaurs existed right now, and I just keep thinking I can't show him that movie yet.
All right, Varkan, with the knowledge that he has for now, your assumption's correct. So what's the plan then? If we're not here for the horses, I'm assuming you would like to change the job for us helping defend the settlement.
Listen, I've never dealt with Pathfinders. I myself, I'm a veteran of the Eastern Wars. I sunk my blade into many agent warlord forces. I fought for some kind of semblance of order. I don't know much about Pathfinders. I'm relatively new. My family and I, we built this place up over the last 15 years. But I ain't never met a Pathfinder, so I understand you kind of got a mercenary attitude. So listen here. As far as I see it, you guys are trapped in here with us. And not to sound too rude, but given the warm welcome you received, I assume you guys are here to fight. After the kobolds are gone, dead, or we're dead, then we can discuss your pay and what you're owed. But for now, I got half my homestead on fire. I got kobolds every which way. I've already lost 2 good people, and it's time to fight. You hear?
Varkan is gonna look at his party, but you can tell that Varkan's ready to fight either way. He keeps the job on the mind because we're Pathfinders and whatnot, but he's gonna fight.
Yeah, I mean, like,
I got nothing else I could do. I'll help.
to put it in like another perspective is like you guys are Pathfinders to pay the bills so that you can keep living. And right now,
Yep.
the best way to keep living is to get rid of the kobolds. Either way,
Mhm.
yeah. Okay, so I'm not quite sure how much of the audience could see the map, but you guys have the full Sykuskan layout here. I didn't bother with
Yep.
the walls or any of that. So building 3 is the barn.
It's
going
on
to
fire
burn.
and probably
Yeah, it's going to burn to the ground. There's no way you guys can get out to fight the fire because the kobolds would stop you, right? The gatehouse, number 2, also on fire, which means the bridge is probably going to go to because the bridge is made of wood. So that part. Oh, and north, east, south, and west is all fucked up because I'm not using the same orientation, but we'll just call it because that's what's on the map. So let's say the northwest part of the encampment is gone. Like all of those palisades will probably go up too. That's lost cause, but it seems like the kobolds are waiting for the fire to die down before they commit any more attacks.
Okay, so we got a little bit of time.
Yeah, and you should all pay attention over here. You guys can get AC bonuses depending on where you are. So if you're in an arrow slit, you get a +6 to your armor class. Windows give you +4, and the battlements at the top of the tower give you +2.
Oh my god, and tower
Definitely gonna
goes.
be in an arrow slit.
The towers go super high. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll probably be like on 11, bouncing between those windows because Archer.
Sounds fair. But before you do that, since we have time with the fire to die down, the south yard, Jaken.
Mhm.
How secure is it?
Okay. Well, there is a gap in the palisade where the clan broke through
Yep, and
and released the
horse.
pens. Yeah.
Yep.
But let me just. I just get a free hand. It's gonna be in white. Hang on, let me change my color.
Meanwhile, while he does that, Alenia, how many traps can you place, and how much time do you need?
According to my character sheet, I only need 5 minutes traps.
So the pens, right? They're gone. Oh,
Yep.
I didn't have to change my color. But this part of the fortification is still standing. Like
Yep.
it's still secure. So that's what you know. And there is a gate here.
Yep.
I mean, I could trap the entrances.
Yeah. So what I'm thinking, I'm gonna go into drawing mode myself.
I did notice though, it says I could have 1 trap active at a time, so
Can I draw?
it's kind of weird.
I don't think I have the free draw tool. Okay, well then I'm just gonna.
Yeah,
point.
there's a draw freehand tool. I don't know if you have it.
No, I don't have it. I don't look.
Probably
it
for the best that we don't.
Yeah.
Although for strategy right now would be good.
Can the audience
Yeah, I
see that
just
part?
mean
Oh,
like
yeah.
you've seen how we behave with tabletop simulator.
Oh well, I can do that, I guess, for
Okay.
now.
Could you read my trap master real quick? Because it says I could trap, areas. But it also says only 1 such improvised trap can be maintained at a time. But it says I can have traps. There's an S at the end.
Okay. I will read that while you guys talk strategy.
So I'm thinking, depending on how many traps you can have. And then possibly 1 here just for safety.
I mean, can't Micah create a big monster that scares them away from one of these places?
I mean, theoretically, it could be possible. I don't know if I have enough of the arcane mojo of the universe left in me to and by the way, that's a technical term. To do something quite that large. How big of, like, if we're talking on a scale of like
Like,
my shadow raven is a 1 and the skunk is a 10, what are we talking about here?
oh, okay. I was thinking the Raven.
The raven, okay.
Okay, so to answer
Yeah.
your question, basically this is the game saying like any more than 1 trap is kind of too much, right? But it also says more fearsome traps may be allowed out with congenial circumstances and the GM's permission. So I think you could have more than 1 trap if you had more time, right? A 5-minute trap, you could only whip 1 of those up with the thing, right? So I'd say if you want more than 1 trap, you'd actually have to make craft checks.
I'm okay with that.
You can make 1 trap, you can have 1 trap active that is all good to go for free with 5 minutes time. Then if you want more, you need to give me craft checks and have materials. You guys are
Okay.
typing something.
Yep.
It's nothing important.
It's actually nothing important. We're just screwing around. Yeah, I don't mind doing the craft, and It just says common materials, and we're in a place that's been partially ravaged. I'm pretty sure I could gather stuff.
Well, they haven't breached the home. They've just burned down the barn and knocked down the palisade and all
I'm
that.
talking about probably use old horse tack, stuff like that they had lying around for the horses,
Yeah.
or shoes.
Yep.
Okay. I don't know what New Guy has done, but there are green
I'm only gonna
circles.
trap the
Yes.
entrances.
I was gonna explain, but then people talk.
Okay.
So my idea for rows, the small ones are where I would absolutely want traps. So the doors, so that they can't get in. Closer to the home first, and then outward toward the other doors. And then the big circles. Oh, I forgot one. I would play.
Oh yeah, the only exterior area is South Yard that is safe. Any other exterior area, the kobolds can see you, but the South Yard currently is enclosed and safe.
And then the big circles are if we have any extra traps and we don't know what the fuck to do with them, just randomly in that area.
I mean, non-lethal, like rope snares and stuff. Plenty of that lying around. Rope and stuff.
The thing about traps is the reason why it says a doorway or narrow passage is if you just kind of lay them out in the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just.
That's why I was just thinking about trapping entranceways.
So there you go. That was my strategy. So now that everybody has seen it, I'm deleting. We good?
Yep. So yeah, I'll try to lethally trap the entranceways.
Okay, well, I kind of like the idea of using that. So why don't you do the measurement tools and give me 5-foot radius circles of where you're putting traps, and show me where you're putting your free one, and then show me where you're going to put, and then we're going to talk about crafting rules for more.
Very quick question, Jaken. To get into number 9, where's the door? I'm assuming here.
No. If you look on the second floor, there's a door here.
Oh, so you get from the second door. That's smart.
Yeah. There's no ground floor door into that, and I think 9 is a cellar. It is the store. Yeah. Okay. So reference here. Some of these rooms are private rooms, and they don't want you trancing around them. Room 4, which you're in, is the hall. Room 5 is a side room. This dark room is used for brewing, salting meat, washing clothes, and storing food and drink. And it also has a cot for Stelios. That's where he sleeps. Room 6, which is the stone room with the fireplace, that is the kitchen. I don't think I need to explain that. Upstairs, room 7 is the private room of Terrace and Alfana. Room 8 is the master suite for Piotr and Daria. And 9 through 12 are all the stone tower, with 9 being the store. 10 is the armory, which actually contains some weapons, including a dwarf-sized suit of plate armor. And all this equipment you guys can take on loan. I don't know if the mage wants to put on plate armor, but it's there for you. Quite a lot of ammunition and weapons. If you guys want a inventory list, I can break it down for you. The 11 is Kuzma and Irina's room. They share a room. Kuzma is the grandma, and Irina is the 17-year-old daughter. And then 12 is just the battlements. Obviously nothing's up there. 13 through 16 are the stable block. 13 is the forge, which is where Noveros used to work because he was the blacksmith. 14 is the tack room. That's where saddles, harnesses, ropes. So you want to get ropes, that's where you go. Straw, oats, items for tending and grooming horses, and an old tent. And then Hakos when he was alive. And Marsha's room is 15. And 16 was Novain's room. But Hakos and Novain's died. Novain is. And then 17 is the stables, which is the riding horses that are not being broken. And then obviously the pens are where they were keeping the broken horses that they were going to sell, but those have been freed. In the stables, there are 11 horses still there. But these are their horses. These aren't their horses they were planning on selling. These are their horses.
Okay, so there's a blacksmith area. I can get lots of scrap metal around there to make lethal traps.
Uh-huh.
Just letting you know. Now, I put down. Those are mine, new guy.
Okay, those are
I
yours.
put those down. So I put. So you want me to roll craft for these?
Yeah.
Okay. So first one, I'm thinking the big doors right here.
Okay.
The big. So that'll be my free one, I think.
Okay. And your choice of wisdom or intelligence?
I think they're the same. They're the same, so it doesn't really matter.
Okay. And since this one's a big area, I'm gonna make it a pretty high DC.
Okay.
Okay. You can delete that. You weren't able to devise a trap that can cover that much area with what you
Okay.
have.
Luckily, the tower looks down on that area, so how do I delete that?
I can delete it.
I can't delete them. Yeah. Okay. So I guess next we'll do the smaller entrances.
Okay, well you can do one for free. So that one's for free. You want to do another one? Just
Sure.
ping it and I'll paste it.
Where do you guys think I should put it? I know the south yard's secure, so part of me is thinking like here to keep them from getting into it.
Okay. Roll craft. Yep, you got a trap there. Anywhere else?
I mean, where else can they enter?
Well, there's a door here.
Yep.
And then there's
do that
two
one.
inner doors.
Well, for now, I'm more worried about the exterior doors.
Okay. Roll.
Damn. And I guess I'll try the interior doors next.
Okay, which one first?
This one because it's closer to where everyone is.
Okay.
Damn. And then I guess this one.
Yep.
Okay, well, I tell you guys where all the traps are, so.
Yep. At this point, Varkin will say, these kobolds are most likely attracted to things of values. Is there anything we should be aware in the other buildings, not this one?
That's a good question.
Probably the horses in the stable.
Yeah, aside from the 11 horses in the stables, Piotr will just say, like, I don't think so, but then he'll come over and, like, quietly, he and his wife will both quietly talk to Masha, and she's, like, shaking her head, and he says, unless they're interested in, unless they're interested in blacksmithing supplies, the only thing over there is the horses.
I presume we want to keep them as much as possible, but they're expendable otherwise.
Well, I'd say they're second to my clan here, yeah. And yourselves.
I want to start strategically placing arrows in the upper levels.
Okay. Speaking of arrows, the armory has 120 arrows.
Damn.
So you can put a quiver of arrows in every room.
Yeah, pretty much is what I'm
Well,
gonna
actually,
do.
no. That would. You could put 10 arrows in every room, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. You can put 10 arrows in every room of the main building.
What? Downstairs there's like no windows.
True. So you just want to do the upstairs?
Yeah, I was thinking just the upstairs rooms.
Okay, so you want to put 20 arrows in each? Because then, yeah. You can put
Yeah.
20 arrows in every numbered room upstairs at the main building.
Yeah, that way, like, I don't have to worry about having to run somewhere to refill my quiver.
Yeah.
Are there bows?
Yes, there are 2 short bows and 2 long bows.
Micah will take a longbow, which is bigger than him,
Okay.
and just kind of nod at him.
Yeah. And again, these are on loan, but if you want to take a longbow as well, Rose, you can. I think...
Ve-
I already had one.
Oh, okay.
A very important question: are the arrows also on loan? Like, will we have to go pick them out?
It's kind of like, can I borrow a piece of paper? It's like, can you have a piece of paper?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm borrowing a cigarette.
Yeah, can I borrow a cigarette?
You know,
You can
I don't
have
think
a cigarette.
I don't think I've ever heard anyone say borrow for that
That's
though.
true.
Usually
Can
they
I
say
bum?
bum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Having smoked, I've had many people ask me to borrow a cigarette, and I'll be like,
Really?
no. And I'll be
I
like,
mean, I
"No,
used to
no."
smoke too, yeah, but most people
You
I
can
knew
have
said
one.
bum.
You can have one. Go away.
but we're not sharing it.
Me, I like to say,
I don't want it back.
I like to say, it's can I steal it? And then usually a person says, well, it's not stealing if you're asking for permission. I'm like, no, I prefer to steal it with permission. It tastes better.
Um, yeah, if I got like a quiet moment without the rest of the clan around,
Okay. Yeah, I mean, the clan, until you guys tell them where you want them, are going to stay in rooms 4, 5, and 6. So if you go upstairs, yeah. Actually, there's
I'm
probably a
just gonna-
handful of them, like, in walking the windows to make sure that they see the kobolds attacks.
Yes.
But, like, yeah.
I'm just finding a quiet moment to very like just dismiss Dan.
Oh, okay.
And then my plan is just to be in a central location, ready to run to people who need aid. I guess I could carry a short bow for just in case.
Yeah, I think the best location would be the second floor of the hall. Would probably be the best
Mhm.
like way to get to everybody.
Okay.
The non-combatants, which include Matvey, Kuzma, and Masha. Masha also has her son. Oh no, her daughter, like on her back. But I didn't really. She's like a baby, so I didn't really talk about her. Karina. So those 3 people plus the baby are all gonna hide in the storeroom. Is that what it's called? No, the side room, because it's the most insulated room. And if another fire breaks out, they're going to move into the kitchen. But the kitchen has exterior doors. But yeah, so they're hiding in the side room. The rest have enough know-how with weapons to be mandatory, right? Like they have slings and arrows and daggers. Some of them suck with the weapons, but it's time to defend your lives, you know?
So I'm thinking anybody who can handle a ranged weapon should be on the second floors or in the tower.
Okay, do you want all the NPCs up in the second floor?
I want 1 or 2 meleeers, if there's any that are willing to go melee.
Piotr's a war veteran. Yeah, he could fight.
I would like him in number 4, because what I'm going to do is we want to keep the horse as a secondary objective. And what I'm going to do is, since my party is mostly range at this point, at least for this combat, I'm going to go into the south yard. I know there's a trap at this door. I don't know it's non-functional, but I know there's a trap at this door.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to be careful of that trap. And what happens is
I told you guys where the traps were.
I know, but like this one does not appear on the map. There's a trap there.
No, it's not. There's no trap there.
Oh, okay.
I failed to trap it.
Well, we could say that you put a trap there. It's just completely non-functional and harmless.
Oh, like it looks like a trap?
Yeah, looks like a trap. Smells like a trap. Oh, Irina and Kuzma are not as skilled healers as Genma, but they do have some ability to heal. Mechanically speaking, Kuzma can use healing hands twice a day, and Irene can use once a day. Again, not nearly as good as I can just use healing hands all day, nonstop, 24/7. But yes, that they do have that.
It's a good art.
It's a good art.
So I want Peter to be there so that if I need to like abandon the south yard, I come in and he just closes the door and barricades it.
Okay.
And if not, if I'm holding the south yard and whatnot, and he hears anything else, like they break into 6, or they break in through the northern part of 4, I need to be made aware of that so I can come back in.
Okay.
I'm gonna go hold this door.
Alphana is the only one who doesn't have a ranged weapon, but she's also not really a fighter. She's going to be in the kitchen. More like she's not really there to defend it, but she's more to let everyone know if it needs to be defended. Because yeah.
Yep. Also, before I leave to the south yard, I'm gonna ask Genma if she can top me up if she's able to. If not, it's fine.
What are you, how are you feeling? System strain wise.
Since you don't have to worry about system train, I got 14 of those. I'm at 3 out of 14 for system train, and I'm
Okay.
at 12 out of 18 for HP. So I'm doing okay-ish.
12 out of 18. Yeah, okay, I'll do healing hit touch.
You top me up?
Yeah, I did.
Perfect. Now you can heal me 10 more times before it becomes a problem.
Can you delete that? I meant to move my character. I had the wrong thing selected.
So there you go for Varkan's strategy. Let's hope it works out.
This is Irina and Cosmo's room you're in, Rose, so she's in there.
I mean, that's fine. I just need access to the arrow slits because it's high up and on 3 sides.
Okay. So we talked beforehand about NPCs in combat. They have 1 health pool, but I will be rolling their attacks individually as they come up. So whenever their combined health pool takes 12 damage, one of them will be mortally wounded. It'll either be whoever makes the most sense, like who's actually in combat, or one of the people who are firing at ranged will be chosen to be random. But Alphana and Piotr, if they're not in melee, they won't be one of the ones that get dropped.
Yeah.
Okay. As you guys are planning all this and everyone's getting into position, the chanting drops and you're just left with the ominous silence of the burning palisades. All right. Does anyone want to talk about how their character's handling this? I mean, this is probably your first time sitting here patiently waiting for violence. I think this could be a moment for some of you, or not. It's up to you.
Rose is pacing from window to window, just peering out constantly, trying to see if she could spot anything. But she's constantly pacing.
Oh, go ahead.
There are just a lot of conflicting feelings. Jinma has not been around another dwarven clan since she left home.
Oh, these are humans.
Oh, well, they have like the clan structure is she hasn't been around like this, right? Like
yeah.
this kind of settlement clan life. So she's kind of like wigged out a little bit and feels like, oh shoot, I should probably hide some of everything that's going on here. So like self-conscious about the healing touch, doing it quietly, like, oh, Varkan needed topped up, like, oh, I'll just turn my back, like, I'm doing first aid. So yeah, and then also just waiting for an attack, so she's like very, very, very tense.
Micah, everyone is being ridiculously emotional and edgy and nervous, and Micah is not a fan of it. So he has taken a few books and gone up to the top of the tower. If there was a chair in the room below, he drug that up with him, and he is now sitting at the top of the tower reading, just trying to ignore all of that going on downstairs, because why is everyone so worried about this? It's gonna happen. Why worry? Just wait. It seems pointless to stress.
Varkan is going between, this is one of the moment-defining situation where a name can be made. It is a way to prove his combat prowess. It's yes, we've had fights, but this is a siege. Like, this is one of the most important parts of battle and so on and so forth. And he's defending people as well. There's people relying on him beyond just his party. So he's excited, he's nervous. He knows that siege can go badly in both ways, like whether you're the defender or the attacker. So he's also understanding that this could go very badly and it might be his last battle, but he hopes he's not. He's excited to actually prove his worth and win. He has full faith in his party, so like he's going between emotions and so on and so forth. However, the one thing he's lacking is experience. So everybody's ready and he's outside and like looking at the gate and the palisade and the horses and getting ready for fight, and they're not coming, his energy kind of wanes a little, but he doesn't want it to wane. So when you're tired but you don't want to go to bed, it's kind of almost like that sort of fighting against himself, that he's like, they're coming, like stay alert. But it's why are they not coming? Like, they should be coming. Why are they not coming? Like, like the whole fighting going through himself as well.
Okay. And at some point, the war drums and the chanting pick back up. That ominous silence does not last.
Oh, it was nice while it did.
Okay, so the bridge is made of stone. It's important that it doesn't burn down, because about 3 hours to midnight, the drumming and the chanting stop once again, but this time, instead of an ominous silence, charging. 2 kobolds riding direwolves come running across the bridge. Behind them, a coterie of 10 wolf-clad, actually, yeah, wolves. They're called wolf skull kobolds. I'm just gonna be out with it. Wolf skull kobolds are coming behind them. Meanwhile, from the northern clearing, 8 red blades emerge from the wood line and start charging towards the northern part of the camp. I'm putting them out here because they haven't reached the battle map yet, which means that you ranged characters get a chance to ding them on their way in. Okay, this combat probably won't end tonight. Just making sure everybody knows.
Yeah, it's a siege.
Yeah, it's a siege, and it's not as bad as 72 enemies, but it's close. You want to roll initiative, darling? Okay, when you roll like that, I don't know why I even bother. All right. The siege of Sykuskan is fully underway. You guys got initiative. If your arrow slits are facing north or west, you can target whoever. We'll figure out range on the fly. You guys in the tower are 80 to 100 feet away from those guys, and probably about the same distance to the north clearing.
Well, my longbow is a range of 100 to 600.
Cool.
So.
Oh, and these two tokens. Like, these guys are on the dire wolves, but I don't want to move 4 tokens for 2 movers. But if you want to shoot them instead of the dire wolf, you can.
I actually think I'm gonna shoot the dire wolves. They look like the leaders.
Yeah, they do look swoller than the rest, for sure. Go ahead.
That was.
You're gonna shoot the rider in front.
Yeah, I was working on it.
Okay.
Every now and then I click it and it goes, "You didn't click me."
Just realized I need a whole bunch of stat blocks open. That one, and that one. Thank you. And yeah. So.
I need to
also
take
need the dire
notes
wolf.
on how many arrows I use in each room.
All right, 19 is definitely a hit for 5 damage. You're shooting him.
11.
Okay, the arrow hits him right in the shoulder, and he's like, "Rah!" Cool. And also, cool.
I'm just gonna use the arrows in the room.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to keep track of that, but I'll do it.
Thank you. Yeah, I got my stat blocks ready.
From the top of the tower, anyone who can hear, anyone who's looking out will see the telltale sign of clouds gathering and darkening, purple lightning casting through them, and you can kind of like he's yelling, but it's kind of muffled. Wings of darkness.
There's a
come
foul
rend
voice in
the
the
night.
air. We have to get a
Come-
Lord of the Rings reference in. I forgot about that one.
There you go. There you go. Wings of darkness come rend night from day, and this time, 2 10-foot ravens descend from the clouds wreathed in lightning to fly over the courtyard and kind of protect it. Because I get 1 per every 2 caster levels rounded up. So, yeah. And that's basically my turn.
Okay.
If you want, I'll drop circles on the map for you or not. I don't care.
Okay. Circles will work for me.
Okay.
You're doing what are you doing? Which part? Which spell?
Oh, I forgot to actually
Cast it.
cast it. Yeah.
The mimesis one.
Ah, okay.
Phantasmal Mimesis.
Phantasmal. That sounds like a spell from Harry Potter. Phantasmal mimesis.
Leviosa.
If you want the one that summons creatures, I believe it's Expecto Patronum.
Okay, you know what? One thing that's on me. I think these palisades are also gone. So I'm gonna move your trap to here. Right? So like this clearing between the
Yeah.
2 stone buildings. Because there's no
Okay.
wall here. Yeah, there's no
Okay.
wall here. Because that's all wood, it would have caught fire and burned to the stone. So from stone to stone, from north to west, all of that wood is gone. Just boom, it's all just laid waste. The ruins of the barn probably provide cover for any kobolds that occupy it. Same with the gatehouse, but other than that, okay. And those are what are they? What is the
They are full on like 10-foot wingspan shadow ravens, wreathed in
Oh.
lightning, flying through the air, launching lightning down on kobolds as they go.
Okay, I'm going to do group morale because we'll be here all fucking night, right? So, that's scary. So the wolf skull kobolds are going to roll a morale test and fail. Oh, uh-oh. The leaders, the Fang Shields, they're going to the wolf skull Fang Shields are going to roll. They're in it to win it. The dire wolves also succeed. The wolf skull kobolds get a bonus morale. Yes, actually they still failed. Even with their bonus to morale, they still failed. Wow. The red blades are far enough away that they don't really know what's going on. It's dark. However, all 10 of the wolf skull kobolds are, well, I feel like all 10.
Roll a d10 to
Yeah,
see how
roll a
many
D10.
Roll
fail.
D10, perfect. You guys are so smart. Fucking all of them. All right.
They're like, we don't want no part of this voodoo
We've decided
shit.
fuck that. You know what I mean? Just fuck that. All right. I'm gonna
We're
do-
not paid enough for this. We're not paid at all.
Okay, so I'm gonna let y'all go before I do Piotr's clan.
Okay, well, now that I hear movement to the north and I don't hear anything to the south, I'm just gonna take my move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right next to the trap and hold, like, I'm gonna hide against the corner.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
gonna hold my action. If anything comes around that corner that's enemy, I clubber it.
Okay. And you can kind of peek out and see them gathering.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because there's no walls there anymore. Okay, that's 2 of you.
I think that's 3 of us. Everybody but Genma has gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I shot one of them.
Oh, that's right. You shot one of the Fang shields. Yeah.
I'm just 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I use my movement and my action to move to here.
Okay.
I'm just gonna
Yeah. Yeah, you're rounding the bend. Okay.
Yeah, I don't have anything else to do.
Would you want the NPCs in the tower to shoot north and the ones in the building to shoot west? Does that sound good? Okay. So Daria has a short bow. She's gonna get a -2 to this roll for range. She's gonna shoot the closest fucking guy and miss. All right. Stelios, what the hell is the range on a sling? Didn't write it. Let me get that real quick.
I don't see a sling in the sheet.
That's because it's not in the
Gotcha.
full book. 40-80. So he can't even hit yet. Cool. I'm making sure that didn't have any shock, did it? Cool. Oh, I did Irina's, but I didn't do Stelios. Speaking of Irina. Oh, that arrow should have been shot. Okay, I did that wrong. Okay. Terrace is going to shoot north because he can't see the guys coming from the other side. So Terrace, give me a -2 short bow, please. Nope. And that's it. Those are the two people who can attack. The other two are still out of range. All right. So I'm in the wrong tool. All the wolf skull kobolds turn around and run back into the woods. They don't play with no magic bullshit. But the wargs are going to push forward. They have a movement of 60 feet, which is an amount of squares. 12?
Yes.
1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Actually, no, they want to get away from those birds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. What happens with the trap? Is there an attack check?
There is. Actually, I'm gonna make this an attack check, but let me post it for you
Please do.
as soon as I find it.
Also, and I'm glad you sat down, new guy.
Yep, I was
triggering-
running.
Yeah, I think there's a save.
Oh, an evasion save? Okay.
Yeah. It says appropriate saving throw for half, but it doesn't say like what the appropriate saving throw is.
Yeah, it's just whatever I deem I'm saying. Since it's on the ground, I'd say evasion.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he failed. So you're gonna do full damage.
Cool.
8 damage to this dire wolfie. Now, do you want to attack the dire wolf or the rider? I'm gonna get the rider over here. He's already been hit by an arrow.
If it's on the ground, I'd say
No, I'm
maybe-
talking to new guy.
I would hit the rider out of reflex.
Okay.
I'm probably not used to fighting direwolves, so to me they're just a mount. So if you get the guy, it's okay. But then once the mounts attack me, I'm like, oh, the mounts are a problem too.
Yeah. Okay. So you're gonna aim for the fang shield.
Mm-hmm. Over here, and boom. 6 damage for 23 armor.
He's fucking dead. Okay, so the wargs and the fang shields are gonna do another morale check. Since there's only 2 dire wolves, I'm gonna go ahead and roll 2 morale checks. Can I hit enter? Yes! Oh, that makes it so much faster. Okay, the one who just hit the trap and his rider got killed the fuck away, he's decided he doesn't want to be here. He's going to use 5 more feet of movement to pounce back. Do you want to use your reaction to delete? Oh, I'll delete the trap. You want to use your reaction to clap him again?
Because right now I feel like they're just mounts and they're not aggressive. No.
Okay. And this mount is going to move here. And actually, it's going to, since this is kind of all happening simultaneously, it's going to move in, and both mount and rider are going to. The mount's in the river. I mean, the rider's in the river just because I don't want to clutter it up. They're both going to attack you. So the dire wolf is going to bite. Yeah, that's probably going to be a hit. Oh, that's definitely a hit. They have a really high attack bonus. That's 7 damage.
Ouch.
And then the Fang Shield's going to thrust with his spear.
Okay, you need to stop rolling high.
Nope.
For 5?
Yeah.
Oh, that's problematic. There you go. That's all my HP already gone.
Okay.
It's fine, I got a
And
plan.
the red blades are going to get on the map right about. And they're going to actually split up, 2 groups of 4. This building is in here. And that's all the bad guys. Good guys.
Well, those guys are in shooting range now. Well, they have been, but let's just go for.
Today I learned there's a max zoom.
I could hit any of them. I guess I'll just hit this guy.
Oh, it's so small.
Hmm?
The one thing I wish that you could do with the simple world is customize your status effects.
Right, this guy.
That one, okay.
I picked him at random.
.13 AC against the Red Blade Kobold is a miss.
Damn it.
You hit his shield.
Ravens are going to move in to shoot the kobold on the back of the warg that is attacking over here. That we're attacking this rider.
Okay.
So first one, shooting the lightning.
Oh, that looks good.
13.
A 13
Sorry, 14.
is just shy of a hit.
14 is shy of a hit. Damn it. Okay.
Actually,
I was reading roses. I rolled a 14.
no. Actually, it does have 14 AC. I thought these stat bots did include shields, but then I realized that they all have shields, so it done diz. So I need to correct another stat real quick. Oh, that's
Okay.
the wolf skull. I don't need the red blade scale guard. You have 14 AC. Thank you.
Wait, does that mean I hit that guy?
Oh, you rolled a 13. All right, so 6 damage to him.
6 damage.
He's hecka hurt.
Raven number 2.
Oh,
He's dead.
So he's not dead.
What? Oh,
It's illusionary damage. He's unconscious for the scene.
okay. He's gonna fall off the dire wolf over here.
And then Micah is going to move up here and take a shot at this boy right here.
Okay.
With I don't have a longbow on my inventory.
You can get one in the compendium real quick.
Yes, I can. You are right. Weapons, search.
I love that compendium.
It would be called a large bow.
Yep,
Yeah.
got it. Bow, large, boom, close, shoot, roll.
Nah.
Nah.
You have 19 arrows left on that floor.
Yep, done.
Okay. Y'all's turn. That would be Genma and Arme and Varkin, who went from having 4 enemies to only 1. Pretty not bad.
yeah, but severely hurt. However, so the dire wolf still looks like he's about to fight, and he bit the heck out of me.
Yeah.
Did he
Um,
need to make a morale check?
No, not yet.
Okay.
They always make a morale check when the first of their number is dead. Once he realizes the other direwolf is running, he might do another morale check.
Well, for now, I'm gonna attack him. For a solid 20 AC, 7 damage.
Yeah, that's 7 damage.
um, and I'll move from to this window.
Yeah.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So these are within 100 feet.
Yeah, most certainly.
I'm going to choose
35
one
and
at
40.
random. And cast the spell.
Okay, he dies. You only have 1 hit die, so
Mm-hmm.
what does that look like when you...
So that magic is always like the shimmering waves of a lot of heat and then kind of like just
Okay, he just falls over dead.
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, just cook them.
Yeah. Oh, that's the first of the red blades to die. Round check.
That was the goal.
Okay, they failed. How many of them failed? Let's roll d7. Only one of them is going to flee.
Well, I did what I can.
I mean, you just took out 2 of them with 1 spell.
Yeah, not bad. You cut the numbers by a quarter.
That's just the only spell.
Okay, and now, I guess everybody is gonna, because these guys are... No, Daria can shoot down at that direwolf. Oh wait, Varkin, you haven't gone yet.
No, I did. I attacked him.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you did, and you carved into his face hole. Got it. Daria, short bow, go. No range penalty. Oof.
Oh, that was a 9 almost.
Okay, and
Would
then
not have hit, but
Taurus, short bow, go. I don't think you have a +4. No. Okay, Irina, sling, go. And Stelios, sling, go. This actually isn't taking that long. The Stelios' sling is gonna hit? Question mark? No, just shy. Okay, whole lot of missing. Alright, bad guy's turn. This wolf is going to see these giant shadow wing things and dive into the river and start paddling to the other side. And
Probably
this dire
whimpering.
wolf, realizing it's alone, is going to give me a morale check.
it would make sense it skedaddles, but it probably won't.
It's going to fight
Oh,
a
it's skedaddle.
withdrawal and dive into the river. The dire wolves are out of here. Okay, this red blade kobold is going to flee, and the remainder are going to advance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this guy is close enough to start hacking at the door. And it's going to blow y'all's mind when I bring out a door token.
What?
Alright, they automatically hit, so I'm just going to roll for damage.
Wait, the door cannot evade?
The door cannot evade. So that's 4 damage to the door. Okay, and these guys are going to dash. And one of them is going to give me an evasion. He just triggered a trap. He failed. I think he's dead. He's fucking annihilated.
Absolutely destroyed.
It's a D6 plus plus my
And this guy's
level,
gonna dash to get up to
plus
here.
2 times my level on damage.
Yep. Okay, even though only one of them is up against it, it does say that 2 people can attack a door at once. So,
Hey, morale.
No, they're part of the red blades. They already had them row.
But they dashed.
I
They
was
used their main action to move again. They can't attack the door.
I know. I'm just putting the door down.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I think it's y'all's turn. The 2 dire wolves are paddling away. There's just 5 red blade kobolds left. Varkin is like, whew, thank God. He's got like a bite mark in his shoulder.
I can hit the ones at the door, right?
If you're in an arrow slit, yes.
Yeah,
In a
that'd be like-
window, probably not direct down. But if you're in an arrow slit, you can probably fire direct down.
Yeah. That's why I picked the arrow slits. So I guess I'll go for
Figured
the K.
Okay, cool.
I'm assuming Piotr's calling for the door being bashed out.
Yeah, he like cracks the door open. And he says, "They're attacking the hall from the north." Oh, damned girl! You killed him. He's dead. Oh, and that's 4 either dead or retreated. So the remainder are gonna morale check. Yes.
Oh, that's a failure.
4. How many of them are going to flee? Wow. 1 brave soul is going to stick around.
Damn.
It's going to be this guy.
Ravens can't tell which ones are gonna flee or not, so they're one's gonna attack this one, and we'll just say one's gonna attack this one.
Okay.
So top one.
I think
16.
I think they have 6 hit points. No, they have way less than 6. He's dead. So
Yeah,
he
he's
turns
unconscious.
around and a lightning bolt hits him in the chest. Oh, yeah, he's unconscious. Sorry. A lightning bolt hits him in the chest and he faints. And the other one is going to take 1 damage.
And that's
This
Micah.
one's below
That's
the
not
window.
How many did y'all kill? I'm sorry. I should have kept a note of this. How many did y'all kill in the opening ambush? You killed
All of them. Oh no, sorry,
No,
a bunch
you
of them
killed-
flee.
You killed 4 of them? No, wait, you hack and slash your way through all of them but 1, right?
Okay, yeah. So
One
in
of
the
them
very,
ran away.
very opening,
Yeah.
very opening, 1 ran away, killed all of them, and then out of the 5 that were there, I think we killed 2.
2, and the other 2 ran away. Okay.
Other 3 ran away.
Yeah. Oh, 3 ran away. Okay. All right. Cool. And how many red blades have run away? 1.
So
Just
far,
one, yes, I
one
think
has
so,
run
yeah.
away. Yes.
Okay. Rest.
Um,
I've been killed.
this one's turning to run.
Yes.
Okay. And is there lighting within this room here?
Which room? Yeah, that's what.
or by torches, by braziers.
There's probably a candle chandelier actually.
Okay. Then yeah, I don't have much to do here. If he's about to run away, I'll start my walk back.
Okay.
And for me, since I'm unaware that they're running away, I can't see them, so I don't see their body language. I'm just gonna start running back into the building, and I'm not even gonna check. For me, he looks dead, like he's probably breathing, but I don't have time to check that. So I'm just gonna run. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And for my other action, I'm gonna do. Well, I can't. He has the door, so I'm assuming will he open it for me?
Yeah, it's easy. You pull it open. Yeah.
Yeah. So then my main action becomes another move. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And he'll close the door.
Yep.
Okay. Their turn. These 2 are hauling biscuits. I'm not gonna speak for y'all, but the clans folk are not so enamored with war that they're willing to shoot even kobolds in the back. So unless y'all want to shoot them in the back, I'm gonna say to get away.
There's the
Honestly,
birds.
I'm more worried about the one trying to break in than the one that's
Okay.
leaving.
Yeah. And he's gonna get free damage on the door. The lone kobold. There, what? With the grace of God. He's... Oh, that wasn't... I meant to do damage. But man, he's still committed. He doesn't miss. He's gonna do damage. Okay, 6 damage to this door.
So our turn.
He's the only one left. Yeah. The direwolves are gonna run away. Yeah.
I can't hit him even if I move, right?
A 10 is a miss. He's unconscious.
I think the Raven has it.
Wow, you managed to do that at 10 o'clock.
Yep.
All right. So that's session 3 of Dire Roll, Embers of the Vale.
We're doing good.
Yeah. So the first assault against the town, the homestead of Sykuskan has been repelled soundedly. Like, fuck. It cost 5 arrows, 1 spell point, and Varkin's pride.
Shoulder.
Varkin's shoulder, yeah. And he repelled the attack. All right, so next week the siege continues. Thanks everybody for watching, and yeah, you can catch me on Ollie's stream, twitch.tv/OllieRant on Wednesdays, much earlier than this one, time of day wise. And otherwise, we'll be back next week. Yes, we will be back next week. We're gonna have to figure things out, but we're gonna be back next week. And that's it. I'm done. Good night.